There we go. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the show. I, of course, am your host, KdogAfterDark. So Wednesdays mean KdogAfterDark. Tonight, we have two lovely, amazing people with us. Of course, back on the show tonight as co-host is iCharlieTV. iCharlie wave to everybody who's listening on the podcast. They can't see it. Which actually, as of Friday, I should have all the podcast episodes up and live. Fingers crossed. So I'm finishing that up, so it'll actually be live on like Spotify and all that other kind of fun stuff. But we'll talk about that probably next week when it's actually live. But anyways, and then of course, special guest tonight, Mr. Apex Sweat himself, Fatal Flaw. Up there. There we go.
I'm a bum. Hi.
Hi.
What do you mean?
He do good job. Now he all right. He all right. I mean, you know.
Where am I? I hate it here. Let me out.
Once or twice, you know, he's done a thing. I mean, he's all right. You know, he's on a, some pro team and something else and all this other kind of stuff, you know. I mean, he's not as good as I was once upon a time, but True.
That poor pro team. They have no idea what they got themselves into.
I'm telling you.
It's true. I mean, I have clips of him missing very badly with a.
It's never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. It's never happened.
It was great. It was great.
The most platform that doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Now I still have that hard drive saved. Big bad. That's on Twitter. That'll never go away. I think I shared that one on Twitter. It's there forever. It's on the interwebs. Well, everybody, welcome. Before we get into it, if you're not familiar with the show, hello, welcome on all sides of the stream. I know Charlie and Fatal both are streaming right now, so hello to all the chats. I have all of you guys pulled up so I can see you as well. If you start talking shit about me, I see you, Pavle. No, but seriously, if you're not familiar with the show, as we're going through, I always like to say we see you chats, especially on my end and things like that. We see you guys. If we don't respond right away, it's not because we don't love you. We see follows, we see hosts, we see all that stuff, guys. We appreciate it. But if we don't respond right away, it is simply because we are recording the show live and everything. Also, I like to always point out that if there is something that we don't touch base on in chat, topic wise, I do have the link up there in chat right now for the Discord. You guys could hop in there. We always touch base at the end of the show with anybody who wants a little bit more information on stuff. There's a live Q&A section, so we always touch base with that at the end for a little bit more information if you like. That being said, moving right along, getting into the show. I gotta always put out that precursor there at the beginning. This is the hardest time I've ever had opening a bottle of wine. Jesus Christ, it's fucking distracting me so much right now as I'm trying to get into this. Like, I messed up this foil so... I think my knife might be dull on this one because I messed up this foil so much. Like, I'm sitting here like trying to mess with it. Anyways, moving right along. Fatal, special guest tonight. Who is give us your minute spiel. Who is Fatal Flaw? For those that don't know you, who is Fatal Flaw TV?
I mean, I am an Apex guy, but I try to just be a community guy if I can. Play a lot of Apex, top 5 in the world for damage and kills.
Just it's like how he just throws that in there just in the middle of it.
Relate.
Yeah,
casual, real casual. Like
I saw somebody the other day who was like on Twitch when I was browsing around. I think my somebody hosted him or like the raids transferred over to him, so I got on the next day and it was like 50k kill Wraith transferring over to PC, yada yada. I'm like, 50,000 kills. What a scrub. Because all I could think of was fucking Fatal. Like, what are you up to now on Wraith?
65, 75 overall, something like that.
Turn them up.
Somewhere in those realms. Oh, I'm at 66,666.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Demon Spawn.
Exactly. It's funny because I hit that right before joining this, so there you go.
There you go. It's the video is going to be off for just a second, guys. I'm gonna adjust Fatal's audio a little bit. If it does the thing, there we go. I'm gonna turn you up just a little bit because I actually meant to do that before stream. I did talk about that and then I never did it. So there we go. Should be a little better.
Good time.
Remember, I did mention it and then we did all that other stuff and stuff was going on and yada yada yada. Anyways, so yeah, Apex. A lot of other fun stuff. Of course, you're on a pro team now for Apex. What team is that?
Yes, I'm on Sola Fide. They were top 3 in the ALGS finals. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
You know,
All right.
We do
Sounds like a taco food truck, to be honest. Which I'm all for.
I was saying, like, is it that it sounds like a taco food truck, or that you're just hungry, Charlie? Like, yes, both. Both. A little bit.
Both. Always both.
Always
I'm
both.
so trash at this game, you guys. Oh, I hate Fall Guys. Sorry, sidebar. I'm a dumpster.
Fall Guys is fucking terrible. I can't stand Fall Guys.
I am budget Tim the Tap Man. This game. I've never won one. I hate my life when I play it.
I've never played one either. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm terrible.
Hey, I finally got my wine open and poured. I'm so happy.
You have been working at wine this whole time?
Dude, well, I mean, I got distracted for half a second, but yeah, and now it's poured, so I'll be happier here in a second. Just a cheap little Zen. Anyways, moving right along into the show, we're gonna go ahead and get on the topics. Like I said, if you guys aren't familiar with the show, weekly news web show, so we'll be going right through all the big news events for the week as we're enjoying it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, voice them, and I will gladly argue with it, because this is our excuse to pretend that we know what we're talking about every week about what's going on in our industry, and then we get to argue about it like we do all the time at PAX events and things like that. So probably biggest news this week, arguably, came out, leaked Monday. And yeah, leaked quote unquote Monday, and then also, you know, confirmed earlier today with all of the prices and everything else, a little bit of information. But we now officially have confirmation that there is an Xbox Series S, which we all knew was coming. Like it's fucking September. Announced the console already. But it was leaked earlier this week, and then now officially confirmed. Yeah. $299 for the Series S, which is the discless one, and $499 for the Series X, the standard one. Just right off the bat, before we even get into it, what do you guys think about the prices? I mean, I've voiced mine plenty of times. Prices, good, bad, shocking?
For the discless version, I mean, I see it having its place, right? If you're gonna be a younger person and you don't really have the option for a PC, absolutely, sure, go for it. But if you're an adult buying a console, I question you, and I'm sorry, I do. Unless you also have a computer and you just want the console for the the
exclusives,
then that's fine. But if you're of the camp that console is the way to go, then I question everything about you, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I can't judge, except I'm judging harshly.
I mean, I thought when they announced it at E3 last year, I was thinking that the prices were going to be, at least for the regular one, was going to be like $5.99, $6.99. So for it to be $4.99 is surprising. But that means that Sony's going to have to step up their fucking game, because at this point, we don't know what their prices are. And the only thing they have going for them are their exclusives. That's it.
Agreed. Yeah, this is definitely $100 lower. I was expecting $5.99, maybe even $6.99 with the hardware that they were talking about, especially with the way that prices have been escalating over past generations and things like that. So I was on Twitter earlier today, and I was like, I am happy to take this loss in my predictions, because that means, lower prices is great. But I was definitely predicting $5.99, possibly even $6.99, just with all the hardware that they were talking about that's going into these consoles. I do kind of agree. I think the S really, the smaller one is really the go-to one here for the price and everything. Discless in this day and age, all of us who have PCs, we know, like, when's the last time you actually used your CD-ROM drive, if you even have one on your PC?
Well, really the only difference between the two is the storage and the disk drive. That's it.
Disk drive, and I think the GPU is supposed to be a couple teraflops better hypothetically on the X But I don't think that I
mean,
saw
but
they
then again,
released.
if you're gonna be using the big one, then you should just have a fucking PC.
Exactly. Well, that's why we said last week on the show, we talked about how the prices of the 3000 series being released, what they are, might be a hard counter, knowing, because they might have known that the consoles were coming out, hard counter to the prices of consoles for the next generation.
So do we know for a fact, though, the stats of the 299 version? Because here's the thing. I read that thing you sent me, Kdog, and you got to be super careful when you read something like that, and it says up to 120 hertz and up to and up scaling, and they have the same thing now. Certain games run up to 60 frames, but that means they hit it once.
Agree.
You know,
and I've brought that up also myself. It's, these things, they are going to have ray tracing and things like that, and up to, but that's exactly the thing. It's going to be up to these level of things. And like you said, the specs wise, I checked today with the official announcements. I did not see that they have official specs for the S out. I could have missed it, but I always like to send out to these guys like articles to reference during the show, but I always do extra research for all the topics. I did not see hard specs yet for the S. I saw a lot of hypotheticals. I saw a lot of, this is what they are, but even on the official press release, if I pull it back up for the consoles, it's more talking about money and kind of like the more hypotheticals thing. Hold on. Well, actually, hold on. There is a tiny tech specs on the side of the press release. Let me look at this. I didn't see this earlier. We have, okay, we do have a little bit. So, main difference here, and I can actually just, if you guys want to look at this as well, I will put it in the call.
That is such a weird feeling. Hold on. The fuck?
Sorry, my bad.
I was saying sorry. I'll push it a little bit to the side.
My butt was twitching a little bit, and I don't know why. That was a weird feeling. I'm not okay with that.
But see, this is even the same thing. It says performance target. This is a very simple. This is like your what they have on the spec sheet on the publicity statement is a very simplified specs sheet. It's still not.
Here's another thing too. Like, not to like kind of skew off path here, but when they start talking about performance specs in this particular next gen thing, let's not forget that in order to mass produce something, they had to buy this shit a year ago or more. And when they start talking about the size of, the hard drive and all that, like Modern Warfare's 250 gigs. You're playing 5 games, 6 games on that hard drive, like
Yeah, so for the
I don't even know what any of this fucking says.
Well, I sent it there to you. I know you wouldn't. But like I want to reference that way you guys had it.
AMD Zen 2 CPU, and then that says the same thing, but that one's a 0.2 off, and then that one's 0.2 off.
Charlie is not the technical one. We all know this. We all know Charlie's not the technical one of the group.
I'm pretty, and I know how to cook.
Yeah.
And sometimes I hit my shots.
Every once in a while. So the like Fatal said, that was a point I actually have in my notes as well. With the Series S, you have the hard drive space, but you have something like Modern Warfare that has this amount of size. Now already you have a game that's taking up half of it. It is compatible with that Seagate expansion card that we talked about. They have the 1 terabyte, I think, standard, and then they have the Seagate one that's 2 terabytes that we've talked about before on the show. They have come out and said that the Seagate external expansion for hard drive is compatible with the S, which is good because it's essentially an external NVMe. We've talked about this. It's really cool technology, plug and play NVMe. But once again, I don't know that we have a price for that yet. So then it's like you're spending $300 on the Series S and then another $200 on a plug-and-play hard drive for 2 terabytes of space.
To be honest, I'll probably get the mini just because it looks like a fucking speaker and it's cute and it's white.
It looks like a speaker or like a little stovetop, like a camping stovetop. Like that's the hot place.
It almost looks like a fast food restaurant mini version speaker.
Exactly. It's cute, but it's like I'll probably only play it like because I'm getting the 3080 and like I have a badass fucking PC, so there's really no point in me buying the regular one. And then on top of that, like, I would probably only use it for the exclusives.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the PlayStation. Like, I literally just now own a PlayStation as of 3 months ago for the first time in my life to play The Last of Us. And I haven't touched it since then.
Yeah. It's an exclusive thing.
I spent $400 on a fucking, it's a paperweight at this point.
Yep, same. I did the same thing with both my consoles. Like, I have I have 3 paperweights in my house, and everything with what they've announced is just, and I'm not trying to be a PC snob or anything. This is really lackluster from what I was expecting them to do, simply and not because of like PC, but because the gap is being bridged quickly with mobile gaming versus PC gaming. And mobile gaming, if you look at the market share that mobile gaming commands, it's actually large.
Dude, mobile gaming is, I've mentioned that before on the show and everything else, like even just if you take like foreign markets, like if you look in the Japanese Asian market, like it's all mobile gaming. That is the market over there.
All those Karens.
Fucking Candy Crush.
Sorry, I shouldn't be allowed to play Valorant, guys. I should be actually playing Kim Kardashian fucking shopping, whatever the fuck.
Whatever it is. No, I agree, and that's why I said like last week. I think I am impressed with some of the specs that are coming out in this Series X. More than the S. I've talked about that before, and especially at this price point, yes. I think that it's even better. It is amazing, but
it's insane with the price point.
Yeah, I think I am very much impressed.
It essentially has the same. My HP Omen pre-built PC that I got from Best Buy 3 years ago, or 2 years ago on Black Friday, is essentially the new Xbox X Series. Like,
but then you look at what Nvidia did just last week, which is drop the 3070 for $499, and that's, you plug that into whatever computer, you spend an extra couple hundred to plug it in, a simple computer. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you don't have one, but I mean, even if that's the core thing that you're building around, you're gonna have a much better experience in the long run. And I like I said, I feel like Nvidia pricing is skewing even more, and I've said before that this is almost probably the last generation of consoles, because I just don't see the difference. If you're looking for that performance, if you're looking for that performance,
well,
just get the PC.
Here, let me interject here, and this is where
no, not allowed.
I kind of have like a weird take on this, because I'm all about PC, build them, since I was 12. I know, I'm a PC guy through and through. However, here's where I like really want to drive the point home to some people who might be on the fence with this. It's, if you do the Xbox Pass, right, for the bigger one, it's $499, right?
Yeah.
But if you do that whole like pay as you go type thing, it factors out to $840 over the course of the 2 years.
That was the cat walking across the board. Fun fact. That wasn't me randomly pressing a button to cut you off. That was cat walking across the mixed play.
Okay, well now you sound like now you're Satan.
Oh yeah, she hit multiple buttons. Sorry, I missed that part of it.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, like, my whole thing with all this is you're gonna end up paying $60 for another controller, $60 for every game or more, depending on how that shakes out, which will go up for debate, and you're gonna end up paying $840 for a $500 console. And it's just like, why? You can build, especially now with all of the 2 series cards going to be cheaper, especially the 1080 Ti, which will run a lot of games right now and will for a while, for at least another 2 years, at least at the 60 hertz range, if you're going to focus on that. But if you want a FPS machine, you can get a 2 series card and run everything at
I have a 1060. I have a 1060, and I mean, well, that's my stream PC now, but it's still, every once in a while I'll go on it and fuck around on it, and it still runs great. I can't stream and game off of it, but for just gaming?
Yeah, and you could if it had the NVENC chip on it.
Yeah.
You would have no problems. Because it wouldn't.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
Yeah, if it was a 2 series card, let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you had the slightly newer one, but yeah, it would allow, it would make that a little easier.
The 2070 is going in there when I get the 3080.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be able to stream off of that computer just fine.
Yeah.
And the more this technology evolves, the further and further back. So you're already starting out of the gate behind.
Yeah.
Because in order to mass produce this console, they had to get it, whatever, a year ago, let's say. So, and in the tech world, every 6 months, there's a new update to something. Either CPU, GPU, whatever, what have you. Every 6 months. So by the time that comes out in a year or two, when you're going, all right, yeah, Xbox versus PS4, wars going on, which I think PS4 is going to get their ass handed to them, but that's a totally separate topic.
You're right.
That
I agree. I'd go on record saying that. I have been on record saying that on the show multiple times. They are not. I mean, they won last generation, 110%. They won.
They came out swinging with the higher graphics.
Yeah, they won last generation. This generation, I think they're batting 1,000. Like I don't know. They're
the only reason people even pick PlayStation over Xbox is for the exclusives. Like again,
and that's all. That's
literally
what they're still
just
talking
bought
about.
This PlayStation, I spent $400 for at minimum, plus The Last of Us, the DLC, The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Just to play The Last of Us.
Any article you see with PlayStation talking about this generation, the headliner is our exclusives. They are doubling down on that, and I just don't know that that's enough to really, because at the end of the day, they're also starting to, and I've said this before, they're starting to play with moving their exclusives onto like PC. Like we saw Horizon, even though it was a terrible port, but we saw them kind of starting to figure that out, and I don't. Anyways, sorry.
No,
I agree.
You're right, though. Like,
yeah.
It's gonna come down to like how, and I hate using this term because it's so overused, but future proofing in PCs. Like if you buy a motherboard, CPU, GPU right now at what it would cost, in a few months your GPU is gonna be far behind, drastically far behind, because of how well Intel came through, or NVIDIA came through with this last one.
We spent like an hour plus talking about it last week. I'm still blown away by their announcement.
Well, rip the 2080 Ti.
Yeah.
It's got fucked. And
Oh, trust me. Like I'm still like, man, my $1,500 2080, fucking ROG card is now just.
Yeah.
I would have sold it. I would have sold it the week before. If I had known that was coming out, I would have sold it for $1,100 and just fucking streamed off my stream PC. I know, like his Isaiah. I would have been.
Just bought the 2080 like 2 weeks ago.
I would have been streaming and gaming off of my stream PC with the 2070 Super for the couple weeks until it. I would have sold that bitch in a heartbeat for $1,100 if I had known. 2 weeks ago, in a heartbeat.
Well, that's kind of my point with the console thing that I was gonna get to. Like, you're not gonna be able to upgrade your console ever. Like once you buy it, that's it. That's what
Which they've teased about being able to upgrade for years. They keep saying that they're going to be able to upgrade, like Microsoft. The last two, Xbox One and this one, they've talked about, hey, you'll be able to upgrade the console if new stuff comes out, but it still isn't a thing.
Yeah.
It still isn't a thing.
I mean, I think there's going to be an Apple effect to some of the console buyers that are, avid console lovers, that could afford a PC but just don't because they just like their console, because it's ease of use. It's like why people have an Apple phone. It's super easy. They don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to that, I can understand it, but at the same time, if you take any longer than 5 minutes to look around the internet at what is a value for your money, you quickly realize that if you want to do anything to upgrade, you're not buying a console. If you want to do anything to enjoy your games at the highest possible, resolutions and frame rates and all that stuff, then you're not buying a console. And they're up to shenanigans. I highly frown on that. That shouldn't be. That's bad business practice. I mean, it's good business for them, but
yeah,
I look at it as lying. Like, that's what it is, because there's no fucking way that a $300 machine that's
I've said that. Yeah, it's like there's no way that this one. Okay, yeah, it has ray tracing, it has this and that. I'm like, there's no way that. And I said this even before the new cards came out. Like, I'm like, there's no way I run Control, say that has, one of those newer games that has the ray tracing built in more than, most modern games is really built around just the ray tracing and all of those like graphic components. And if I have ray tracing on medium, the most I can get at 1440 is around 90 frames.
Well,
And
here's how they're
that's
gonna do it.
medium. What the hell would the console actually be able to produce? Say you have ray tracing, that would have to be on the lowest ray
I'm
tracing.
telling you exactly how it's going to happen.
Mhm.
It's the HDR effect. And if you probably know what I'm talking about, but the rest of the people listening might not know. Every
I don't know
monitor that's
shit.
come out in the past year has had this HDR rating to it.
Mhm.
And you have to pay attention to the rating because they can legally say it's HDR ready. But what that actually means is how bright you can display the colors to actually get true HDR.
Mhm.
And anything under 1,000 is not true HDR, but they can label it as HDR. So
Mhm.
what they're doing is they're going to label this new thing for quote unquote ray tracing as a ray tracing, capable machine. It might very well be capable, but is it going to look good? Is it going to look like a fucking PC? No shot.
No, yeah, and that's
No
it's just it's a buzzword. It's
Yeah,
a buzzword.
And that's all I saw when I looked at that thing that you sent me earlier for the. I was just like, these are literal buzzwords that are not going to do shit. And I feel bad, really, for the uninformed that look at this and go, man, that's a great deal because it's got all these buzzwords and they don't really actually do the, they're not a tech junkie like me and you, they don't understand because they're not like I have stock, I put my money into these accounts, into these companies, and it's just like people don't know, so they're gonna get what they get. And then the bad part about it is they're gonna be avid about it being the best, and then you're gonna have what we had on Mixer where people come into your chat like, why are you playing on this dog shit? You can get 120 hertz fucking blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, all right, bud.
I literally cannot take anything Fatal says seriously because in the background I keep hearing.
I just messaged him that we can hear Fall Guys just a little bit in the background.
It's okay though.
It's not like
adding,
loud.
It's adding. Yeah,
I don't know if
adding to the
stream can even
culture.
hear it, but it's like just low enough. Like it's so low that like I can hear it a little bit because I have it turned off. I don't know if stream can even hear it.
Get out of your Go XLR because it's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I was saying I don't even think that's why I just mentioned it in the thing. I don't even think stream can hear. We can just barely hear a tiny little bit, and it's amusing. But no, so one of the things that also Fatal mentioned, and I agree that I think the Series S is I agree with if you're a more budget friendly family, you're buying for young kids. I think Series S is more the way to go, and that's not exactly what I was saying. But the reason I'm saying this is he did bring up the 24-month all access plan, which a little bit more information about that if you guys aren't familiar. That's the it's kind of like a Walmart layaway, except you have it. So it's you pay 24 months for such and such. You can for 24 months you can pay $25 a month and have the Series S, and that does also include the Xbox Game Pass as well, Game Pass Ultimate. So for $25 a month.
But does that include Xbox Live?
Yeah, the Game Pass Ultimate. So for $25 a month, you're getting Game Pass Ultimate.
Ultimate doesn't include.
Yeah, it includes Xbox Gold.
Does it?
Yep.
Does it?
Yep.
Oh,
For $14.99 a month.
I'm paying for fucking.
It's 30.
Well, actually, technically, Microsoft is paying.
Yeah,
for
I would
my
say
Game Pass.
we got some free months there, Charlie. Don't forget about that.
I've got 2 years.
That fuck at the end of this fucking contract.
I was saying like I'm not paying for shit yet.
So I don't have to pay for Game Pass until like 2022.
That's why I have to keep looking up the price. I'm like, how much is this? Because I don't have to worry about this for a while. When I talk about it.
I literally don't have to pay. I think it's like end of 2021, beginning.
Yeah, I think something like that. Same.
When I have to, because I bought it.
#partner life.
For 2 years in 2018, like when they announced it, or 2019 when they announced it, I got 2 years, and then the Mixer gave us a year, so I had like literally 2.5. Like that was 6 months ago, so 2.5 years.
Yeah, so but that does so that $25 covers the series for 24 months. So whatever that works out to, you said it was like 800 or whatever.
Yeah, it's 840.
So that is the Series S with the Xbox Game Pass the whole time, which 100% if you have a teenager or something like that, I think the PC side of it is the way to go. But personally, say you have a younger kids or whatever, $25 a month with the Game Pass you know, the Xbox Live and just the cheaper console, like just for something simple, that doesn't seem like a bad deal to me. Like, I agree 100% with what you're saying. If you're a little bit like older teenager, definitely doing that. But if you're just trying to get something for the younger kids, they're playing Minecraft, they're playing, you know, like that kind of stuff, all stuff that's going to be on Game Pass. Giving them gold
or 120 hertz Minecraft. Man.
Yeah, exactly. With ray tracing, it has now, man.
Yeah.
I don't personally think the all access for 25 months. I don't think that's bad. I still agree. You know, the Series X, if you're a little bit older, 110%. But I think, you know, the $300, the discless one, smaller for maybe a younger kid, or if you're not as much of a gamer, maybe wouldn't be as bad. You know. I could argue that one a lot more.
Simply because of ease of use and the whole argument of, well, not even really argument, just fact that they're using misinformation more or less to tout it as more powerful than it actually is, because they don't have a leg to stand on. If they actually take this console and put it next to a new computer, or even a 2-year-old computer that ran good parts when it was new, it's not going to. And it's crazy to me, but it's the way it's going to be. So, I mean, it definitely has its place, but I definitely think that if you're going to go that route, and if you're an adult and you're going to pay basically $840 plus, you know, $60 for the game and $60 for another controller, minimum for the controller, by the way, because those have gotten really expensive too.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think if you are, you know, one of us, if you're an adult, I think there's no reason you should be getting these consoles. Get a controller, plug it into your PC. I tell people that all the time. I don't care. Don't use.
The only reason to get the Xbox if you're an adult is for the exclusives. That's it.
But I mean, even that, and nowadays, like, they're all cross now. Like, they're making every exclusive cross.
Last of Us wasn't, and
yeah, but that's PlayStation. I'm talking Microsoft. All their exclusives, Gears of War, all that stuff, Halo, everything is also being crossed onto PC now. Like, that is their new model.
Yeah.
So,
but some of them, from what I remember, some of them aren't going to be, though.
I mean, we'll see. I think we're going to see more and more.
It's a small percentage. Yeah. It's like a very, very small percentage.
I doubt Microsoft, with the way that their business model is right now, I doubt Microsoft is going to release any console-only games after this point. They have made it a point to cross-play, also release, like, I mean, their big title games. Gears of War has been on Game Pass. Halo is going to be, you know, but also on PC as well, you know, games on PC. So PlayStation 100%, they need to get on the ball with that. But I just don't see, as an adult, you know, I don't really see that being much of a thing.
Somebody in my chat says you need to factor in the external hard drive. Like, if you're that worried about a fucking hard drive, then just get the big one.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what we were talking about before.
There is literally no fucking point in getting the S or the mini or the fucking speaker if you're worried about storage.
Yeah.
The only reason I would get the S is because I'd probably literally buy one fucking game on it, and that, like, I have not touched my Xbox in fucking 4-5 months.
You know, someone in my stream right now,
since Valorant came out.
Online Ambassador just made a really good point. Said Microsoft is going to push the Xbox game bar and game app, probably try to, you know, to do the whole stream thing. And that is 100% where they're going with this, because as I said earlier, you factor in the whole mobile market and then the PC market where it's at, and Nvidia dropping this huge fucking thing. And I don't know if you touched on it last week or not, but that is honestly one of the greatest things that has happened to fucking PC gaming and gaming in general in the past 10 years.
Yep.
Like
the biggest generational performance upgrade, and then the biggest performance upgrade in a generation in almost 20 years. And then the price point is insane. Like, it's like I said, I'm still blown away. Yeah, no, we've talked about that, Ambassador. I can actually link the exact ones, but the link is up there actually in my chat right now for past episodes. We've talked about that exact thing before, that this is where Microsoft is moving. We've talked about the xCloud. We've talked about exactly, you know, Warlock's bringing up. We've talked about this before, and I 110% agree. Microsoft is doubling down on this streaming service. They're making sure to do that. We've seen them partner up with a lot of these systems. We see them moving this forward. For the game streaming wise, with the game bar and everything, being able to play it everywhere. We talked about it 2 weeks ago on this show, how xCloud and everything, being able to play on any of your, mobile devices, and that coming out as well. So I 110% agree that they're doubling down on this. We've talked about it before on the show, and I agree. Microsoft is embracing. I think they're doing a much better job. This is why I think that they're in a better place than PlayStation. They're doing a much better job embracing what the future is of gaming right now.
I think if Sony doesn't do something to grab as many exclusive titles as they can, they're gone within the next 5 years.
Well, I think that's why all their press releases, everything is all about their exclusives, everything, because they know they're grasping at straws at this point. That's their one big saving grace. And now we've talked about
in 5 years if that's the way it shakes down.
Yeah.
Because they just
Well, I mean,
I know
the X series and the S are going to be stronger than the PlayStation 5, and honestly, it fucking just looks better than fucking the Millennium Falcon. And I'll tell you this, the only reason I'd buy a PlayStation 5 is if they come out with a Last of Us 3.
Mhm.
Like, that's it.
And
Like,
even by that point, if Sony's going to stay alive, that's why they also started this with Horizon Zero Dawn. I think they're going to stay relevant, they're going to have to get that crossplay going on a PC and things like that. I think that's why they're starting to test the money there, or test the waters.
They shot themselves in the ass because if you remember, Microsoft went to Sony and was trying to do crossplay like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, this went down.
Yeah.
And Sony said, nope. And then they tried to do it again. I think it was like a year, maybe a year and a half ago, they tried to do it again. And they wouldn't partner with them because it's, their competitor and blah, blah, blah. But they don't realize that the 360 is Microsoft, and they're going to win.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna lose because it's a PC-based thing.
And
like,
Microsoft has spent this whole time building up more, the infrastructure that is gaming moving forward in this new generation, rather than just basing it all on a console and the thing. The xCloud, just the whole the being able to play anywhere, the downloading games, like. And with the xCloud moving forward, we've talked about this before. I still say, and I still believe, that consoles are done after this generation. I don't see them being a thing as we know them now. I still
Nintendo being the only one that survives.
Well, yeah, I still see it being something
think it
simple.
will still be around for kids. Like,
Well, it's going to be like a
when we were
streaming
kids and
thing.
We had the GameCube.
Yeah, it's going to be a simple
gonna be like
streaming software. It's going to be a Roku plug-in, that because with xCloud and things like that, you're going to be able to get what these consoles are producing right now. You're going to be able to get over the internet what these consoles are producing. So you're going to have an Amazon Fire Stick, essentially, that you're going to plug into your PC, and you're going to stream it using their hardware over, because that's what they're moving toward. They've already released, that's what they're moving towards.
Well, I'm waiting for the Streamlabs / Stream Elements / whatever stream, service that partners with Microsoft and makes it a streamable thing that you can do everything on a PC with. Because that will be...
Mixer.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm waiting for that to make the resurgence off the consoles that go straight to Twitch, because Mixer and Microsoft, they weren't shaking hands. But I can see that being a saving grace if Sony pulls their head out of their ass and partners with Twitch for their streaming directly with that, not just, I mean, they kind of have it now, but it's dog shit and looks ugly as fuck. Let's be real. If they can do it without the weird bars and all the dumb shit and fix their overlay, they can actually have a little bit of staked claim in here, regardless of the performance of the machine, because you'll be able to have a streaming, deal on it. But at the same time, I don't really see any console aside from, like I said, Nintendo making it out of this next generation, because everybody's trying to, push and tout their performance, but you're not going to outperform.
Yeah, you're not going to outperform PC.
At this point, that after this generation, the only people that are going to be owning Xboxes and PlayStation, if they're still around, are families with young kids, like, I don't know, 12, 13 and younger.
Yeah.
And at that point, when they get older, the kids are gonna want PCs, because they're gonna understand that they're not gonna be going up on Xboxes like we did.
Not just that, but think about it. Look at these kids nowadays that are running, whole ass websites and shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like these kids
Yeah.
are not going to grow up stupid.
They're watching YouTube videos on how to make PCs and all that kind of stuff themselves. So they're like, oh, for $800, I can make a PC that's better than the Xbox. Like, I mean, they're watching those YouTube videos too. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's, you know, I've said it before.
An extra $200, and you can make a PC that's stronger than an Xbox. Like that's easy.
The only thing that we didn't really touch on also, this is a little bit off, but also with the Xbox news, and it did come out last day or two, I think. I don't remember when the exact date is. I didn't write it down because I'm a great host of this show. Is the fact that EA Play has been announced. I don't know if you guys saw, is being included with Ultimate, that $14.99 thing.
EA, huh?
Yeah. So we're adding that in. But I think that this also goes to show what I was saying earlier, which is Microsoft is making those points to build their infrastructure and things like that. And I think other companies are really starting to notice that. EA Play itself, it's a $5 a month service to begin with. I don't think it's going to be the deluxe. It is really cool that they're incorporating it. So if you guys aren't familiar with it, that is the service EA offers. Gives you like early access to their games, et cetera, for limited time. If you have the deluxe, you get unlimited hours, but otherwise it's like a limited time. But it gives you early access to a lot of their games. It gives you free access for a subscription price for $5 a month. This is going to be included on the Xbox Ultimate, which is, like I said, $14.99. So once again, we get more value for it. Not a huge thing, but it's just another thing that to tally up for Game Pass Ultimate, which I always say is one of the best deals in the gaming market. You know, Game Pass Ultimate, you know, whether you're on PC, console, I mean, PC especially, all the free games and all that, I think that it's great. You know, every 4 months at least you get a high-end, you know, AAA game, and that pays for it right there. That's $15 a month. That's $60. There you go. There's your free game, essentially. You know, there's what you paid for. So it is kind of cool to see that. I definitely did want to mention it. Not a huge thing, but definitely, like I said, a thing to tally up to the Game Pass Ultimate being amazing. You know, and just adding on to that service that is included with that All Access Pass that we mentioned earlier. So if your kid only likes to play Madden, you know, that All Access thing might be the way to go.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, yeah, I agree to a point, but man, does that leave out a lot of extra features?
Xbox needs.
Oh, yeah. 110%. Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, you know, I personally, I could see that it has its place, but yeah, no, I'm 100% on the PC side of things. I think for the price and all that, you can do it. But I think for, because Warlock in chat said that it's actually only $600 for the Series S one, not the Series X. So he said that the Series S one, the cheaper one, is only $600 with the plan. Because he looked into it while we were doing it.
The more expensive one is $840. The other one was $600.
Yeah, so for $600 over 2 years, like I think that's I would do that for my kids and all that, and get that. Let them play Minecraft, let them do their thing. $25 a month. I'm okay with that, you know. And not having to deal with building a PC and everything and peripherals and all that. So I can argue that. I can stand by that 110% personally.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, the xCloud is essentially what is going to be a handheld device for Xbox Jam.
Yeah, xCloud is a cloud service that allows you to play video games. Very simply put.
Your phone.
Yeah, on any device.
Phone.
Yeah. Look at past episodes and see where we talk about xCloud.
They're not gonna have to make a handheld system. Microsoft is not gonna have to make a handheld system, because that's what xCloud is essentially going to be. You're going to be able to.
Hey Charlie, you know why?
Xbox from getting your hair done and fucking play Fortnite if that's what you want to fucking do from your phone.
Hey Charlie, you know why? Because everybody has phones, right? Anyways,
shut the fuck up.
For those of you guys that don't get that reference,
that fucking irritates the piss out of me.
That's a Diablo reference, which just you all have phones, don't you?
If I would have been there, I'd have burned that fucking. I would have burned.
Charlie hates that, but I agree.
Yeah, was a meme for fucking 9 months.
Yeah,
that dude was a solid meme. Just
dude, y'all have phones, don't you? Gosh,
I would have burned BlizzCon to the fucking ground if I had been there. sure.
Like I can't believe that happened.
I would have tied that guy up, just fucking put him on the stake and then burn BlizzCon to the fucking ground.
Dude, when I heard that shit, I was just thinking to myself, wow. Oh, this guy's really gonna get his ass beat.
Yeah, exactly. Like really, he just said that. All right.
Someone's really gonna beat his ass right in the middle of BlizzCon.
Any other closing thoughts about this? I think we've covered quite a bit. Any with the Xbox announcements, price wise, anything else? I think we kind of covered.
Long and short, go with PC or go home.
Yeah,
just buy a PC.
Yeah,
if you're an adult, just fucking buy a PC.
I agree. Get that. Get a controller, plug it into your PC. Get better frames. Get better graphics.
Yeah, and the last thing I will say is this: if you're of the people that are like, well, it's cheaper and I'm an adult and I'm responsible with my money and everything, I just want you to realize this: if you finance that package through Xbox, you can have a better experience by financing a whole ass PC.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, do what you want. Ease of use is always going to be there, and that's why Apple is Apple. You know.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. You have the Apple. You have the.
You're gonna spend more money on a PC, but at the same time, like if you get the new 30 series and all this, like that's gonna last you what 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
my 2070, the one that Kdog that we built that almost I mean, I bought everything this time last year. It was before
exactly.
October,
Like a year old, you bought everything.
early.
We priced it out for what, a little over 2K, something like that.
2.3.
Yeah.
And you don't need it. I mean, you don't need something that is like as strong as that. But that PC, if I left it alone and that 30 series didn't come out, that would last me what 4 years?
Yeah.
5 years maybe.
And that's the thing. Like, and I
i7, all the fancy smancy. I mean, like it's.
The responsible side of me keeps telling me that too. Like that, I'm like, I don't need my 2080 Ti is amazing. I don't need to upgrade, but it's just such a great performance and price boost. This new generation.
I have to. I should upgrade because in my stream PC.
Well, yeah, you're rocking 10 series. Yeah, you're still rocking Pascal, so it definitely helps to upgrade for you. And you can get better quality. So yeah, if you're still rocking 10 series, this is definitely the year to upgrade. If you're rocking 20 series, you don't need to, but I'm not upset if you do, because if I had the money, I'd be doing it. You know, like I'm not gonna lie. You know, 3090. What the hell just happened, Fatal?
Did he win?
I don't know. I don't know. Did Fatal finally win? I don't know. Fatal's really excited over there, guys. Fatal, what happened?
He dropped his headset. Are you okay?
Did you win? What happened?
No, I got eliminated, but I was first there. I jumped and touched the fucking thing. I touched the crown. I won that. Clip it. Run it back. That's some bullshit.
I don't know. Hey, it was really yeah.
I'm sorry. I totally. You know what? Fall Guys gets the better of me. I'm back. I'm composed.
Yo, Fall Guys is one of those like rage-tastic games that just like.
Dude, I think that Fall Guys is great to watch, rough to play. You know, I get watching it
because of the hackers, dude. It's so fucking bad. We were playing, or I was watching Bo play yesterday, and literally every game he had a hacker. And the last game he played, he had 3 hackers on the hexagon one where you jump, and then it goes down to layers.
Yeah.
And they were just like floating up, jumping up to the top, and just sitting there.
That's insane. I don't know.
All I know is that was some horse shit. That's what had happened there. I was robbed. And we continue on this, but I was robbed. As long as everyone understands, I was robbed.
Everybody, chats, Fatal, F's in chat, Fatal got robbed. All right, moving right along to a not as intensive subject, but I always like to point out when EA is the bad guy company of the week because it makes me giggle. And it is a segment that we do often here, which is bad guy company of the week, and 90% of the time it is EA. But moving right along, EA, if you missed it this week, for those people which I don't think any of us do, but there's a lot of people out there that play like the sportsy games and UFC and things like that. Yeah. So if you play UFC, you know that it has advertising in it. You have the octagon, and even if you just watch UFC, like you see this stuff on the actual ring, the octagon and all you see, you know that there are sponsors and things like that. Now, bear with me. streams and chat and all over. I'm gonna let's see. Hold on.
See.
All right, we're good. Well, because last week, anytime I changed off the web show scene and I thought I fixed it, my OBS crashed. So far so good. Anyways, so if you missed it, EA over the weekend, wasn't sure when exactly it happened, but it added in. Here's like the GIF of it because somebody has a GIF because it's already gone. But they added in full screen ads in the middle of like, so like you would be fighting and like it would show the replay of like that final knockout type of thing, and it would show a full screen ad, and it shows it here like somebody screen capped it when they were doing their thing. It would pop up with a full screen advertisement in the middle of the game.
Yep. Yeah.
Why?
I saw that on my Twitter feed and I thought it was a troll. I didn't think it was legit.
Yeah, no, it's
Wait,
I saw that and that was a thing. I was just like,
they literally
Hold on. These people are spending $60+ to play this game to get an ad
in the middle of their game popping up that they can't skip or anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, The Boys is a great show. Like I definitely think that it should be, you know, like advertised, but not in the middle of the game. And I get it's like during the replay or whatever, like after the match, but no, like why am I I paid, like Charlie just said, I paid $60 for this fucking game. Let me play the goddamn game.
Let's call it like it is though. It's not just an ad, and it's not just in some part of the game. It's the best part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. You're watching that knockout punch. Yeah,
Right,
it's
like,
like that's what I want to watch, and then all of a sudden there's an ad in my face. So
here's the other thing. Okay, for this particular example that they just used for what is this show called? The Boys.
yeah, great show. Have you not watched it? Fucking amazing show.
A lot of underage kids play UFC and whatever other fucking sports. Go the fuck outside. You don't even whatever. The Boys is a severe, like, children should be
not watching that at all.
Nowhere fucking near that show, and
so
they have that as a preview for. I'm fucking done.
It was dog shit.
Oh yeah, no, it was terrible. So the actual quote from EA, like I said, I always like to kind of interject a little bit with, bad guy company of the week. EA definitely takes it. Their community response team posted a statement. I'm going to read it out. This is exactly their statement. I'm going to go through the whole thing, and then we'll see what you guys think. So it says, and I quote, earlier this week, the team turned on ad placements in EA Sports UFC 4 that appeared during the replay moments in gameplay. This type of advertising inventory is not new to the UFC franchise, though we have typically reserved displaying ads to specific main menu tiles or octagon logo placement. It is abundantly clear from your feedback that integrated ads into the replay and overlay experience is not welcome. The advertisements have been disabled by the team, and we apologize for any disruption to gameplay that players may have experienced. We realize this should have been communicated with players ahead of time, and that's on us. We want to make sure our players have the best possible experience playing UFC EA Sports, so ad integration on the replay and overlay experience will not be reappearing in the future. Thank you for your continued feedback on EA Sports UFC 4. Who the fuck thought this was going to be a good idea to start with?
I'll tell you who. Somebody who was in a board meeting with investors.
Yes.
EA give a shit about and has for years.
Yeah, exactly.
4 years.
Exactly.
For the Madden, where everything went to shit, and it just continues to go further down. And if anybody, has a question of it, simply look at what they did to Star Wars.
Exactly. Star Wars, I was going to bring that. That's the perfect example. EA is going to keep pushing that boardroom. They're going to keep pushing the buttons until society and everybody pushes back. They're going to keep and they got pushed back on Star Wars. So they tried this. They got pushed back. So internet community, keep pushing back because EA is going to keep fucking trying this shit. We know that. It's EA.
Well, I don't know if you remember this or not. And I'm sure you do because you're old enough to remember this part. But when they very first started the whole microtransaction thing in FIFA years ago, it was like 2003, there was a humongous article on why this was so dangerous, why it was, very not good for the community, why blah, 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 blah. There was a humongous stink made about this in 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. And it was like nobody fucking noticed.
Mhm.
It was like they just slid that little transaction in here, little there. And I can't tell you how many times and how many people I was like, dude, you can't do this. You got to stop them from it. You got to stop them. You got to stop them. And it was like, they just blind-eyed it all. It was crazy. And now here we are with this, and it gets more egregious every fucking game that EA puts out. And I am far
My
be
brain
it from the
can't
guy
handle
who's
it, stupid. So I'm just.
yeah, far be it for me to be the guy who's like cancel a whole company based off, you know, this decision in the boardroom. But somebody somewhere high up in that company should get a firm, stiff kick square in the testes.
It was probably the same guy who thought it was a good idea to tweet out the breakup from Mixer first before letting everybody, you know.
Oh yeah, that was cute. I thoroughly enjoyed, you know, just becoming a partner, being a partner for like 3 months. Really,
There was
thinking that I
somebody
gonna
who
be part
got
of
their
something.
acceptance letter that morning. that got it at 8 a.m. and then 2 hours later, because they came into my chat, said I just got partnered, and then 2 hours later, Mixer broke up with them. That was. Whew.
Dude, how about this one? I was partnered for like 2 months, and they sent me the package. Right, the package showed up on my doorstep after I heard about the fucking.
Hey, at least your shit was right. Mine has the wrong fucking name on the back. Well, like wrong fucking capitalization on the back of my hoodie. So even if I wanted to still wear it and all that, and it's wrong, like anyways.
I was so heated. Ugh.
Anyways,
like,
we all know our feelings about this, but EA bad company of the week. Like my chat said as well, and I'm you know, trying to keep up with all the chats as well. This is why the one thing that I miss about Mixer, not to get too far off topic, is the co-stream only for my web shell. Is to merge all the chats together so everybody, like, I only have to read one chat at a fucking time during the web shell while we're talking. Because trying to keep track of 3 people's chats talking while we're all going is a pain in the ass. But anyways, no, like Warlock said, another thing, EA, they slipped this in. This was obviously the way that they worded it. This was in the game. They activated it this past weekend, or you know, sometime during this past week, and then deactivate it.
Already in the game.
Yeah, so they worded it the way they worded it. This was in the game. They just turned it on. They said that, you know, the team turned on.
This button does.
Yeah. They earlier this week the team turned on ad placement in EA Sports. So this was preordained. Like they knew that they were going to try this, but like Warlock said,
into the game.
They turned this off for review copies and things like that for hype for the game, and then they turned it on when people had it.
Because the stupid can't compute. I have to pee.
All right, have fun.
Compute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just, you know, EA will always be one of the terrible companies of the week, you know.
Well, I honestly, as big as they are, they got really big off Madden and everything like that, and it's great to see, you know, a bunch of people really enjoy their games and everything, but they have taken what they were gifted, and I do mean gifted. That's not a misspeak. They were fucking gifted where they're at now through their community, and they're actively shitting on them as much as they can and robbing them blind. And it's fucking terrible because you have other companies that made really good games that were also sports games that no longer exist. Those studios don't even exist.
Bro, I would have taken Blitz any day over fucking.
There was a couple of them that
Blitz
were awesome.
was amazing.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. It's just so hopefully, you know, EA does put out a once in a while a gem, but it is.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Yeah, it is.
Now we always have to wonder.
Yeah.
You know, what else is coded into our games?
Yeah, exactly. Like, when are they going to turn on that, hey, we need to make some extra money this quarter button? Like, when are they going to hit that button?
Money real quick.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you know, our shareholders need this. So it's like they're always thinking about that if that's there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's insane. All right. Moving right along. Obviously, today, other big news. We talked about it, 2 weeks ago, whenever it officially was announced. Was it 2 weeks ago, a week ago? I don't know. I'm still living COVID life, so I can't remember when everything happens. I don't know. Go check past web shows, guys, and podcasts. Call of Duty, Cold War. multiplayer reveal was today. We're not going to talk about, you know, the other stuff, but multiplayer reveal. The actual whole clip I have linked in my Discord in the whole web show section for during live. If you guys want to watch it, it's like a 6-minute video. I'm not going to show the whole thing. I think that was the 6-minute video, right? Or am I thinking of another one that I'm doing? Hold on. Maybe I did want to show this one. Let me double check really quick. Oh no, this is a 3-minute one. You guys want to watch this one? If have chats, have you guys seen the reveal today? Did anybody do it? Do you guys want to watch this? Because I'll put it up. It's a 3-minute one. I don't mind that. 3 minutes is about the limit that I'll do on a web show. If you guys want to watch it, if you haven't seen it, I'll throw it up.
Where is it? Yeah,
It's
sure.
It's COD. I don't.
It's a COD multiplayer reveal. Here, let's take a look at it together, and we can banter it the whole time. So
I'm not gonna lie to you,
multiplayer.
I'm top 14, so I'm focused. I'm focused, but go for it. Go ahead.
Focus face. So COD multiplayer reveal today came out.
Oh God! Why is that coming through the speakers?
So loud.
Why? What the fuck?
Is it routing to you guys?
Yes.
No.
Through my
It was-
mic? Oh.
I opened the fucking
Oh,
video
my
and it was
stream?
coming through my fucking speakers.
Oh.
No, like
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
You're here because you're the best special forces
That's
NATO
fair.
has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
Weird as fuck, dude. Nope, still doing that.
Let them come.
Like, I'm just gonna say this as we're watching it. To me, this is not a multiplayer reveal trailer. Like, this is so cinematic and it drives me nuts. Like, multiplayer reveal trailer, like, should be the actual gameplay, and I see very little of the actual gameplay. There's a little bit that could be, but it's also very scripted. Like, that's all cinematic, let's be honest. Come on.
I mean, I'm an Apex player, so I mean, I'm used to everything.
Yeah, you're used to, yeah.
They literally are like, hey, we're not going to show you the grenade indicator that didn't show up.
Yeah.
We're not going to show you the guy who you can't hear fucking shooting you. We're going to show you a very scripted, very set up jump pad.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, so I try to keep that in mind. Obviously, this is obviously a lot of different maps as we're showing this. Shows, ooh, Uzbekistan. Woo.
Why does this look like fucking GTA?
GTA meets COD, jumping in, like, abilities, their vehicles.
Like the graphics look. Yeah, I'm done. No thanks. I'll keep my $60. No fucking thank you.
Like, the reveal trailer to me is very... It's too cinematic for me. The trailer itself. It's too...
I mean, I'm all for cinematics if you do it right, like fucking Blizzard. Like Blizzard cinematics are single-handedly the best ones, but for COD,
this is supposed to be the multiplayer reveal trailer, what the multiplayer is supposed to be like. That showed me, like, video, like, what it was. But that being said, I did also watch, so we watched that. I did also watch the reveal event was today. I watched some of the live gameplay of it. They allowed some of the streamers to get early access, and they were showing that. So I did watch a little bit. But even from that video and what I saw, I don't know if either you guys watched any of it or any of those, what they were doing.
I'm not a COD person.
Yeah, so.
I
mean, I just knew we were going to be talking about it, so I wanted to touch base on it. Very, very Battlefield-esque. in my opinion. As you saw,
Well, in that case, then I definitely will keep my $60.
yeah. Well, like you saw during the video, like all those vehicles, even in like what I was watching, like people were getting in the multiplayer. Like there was, like hard points kind of thing, and claiming hard points, and tanks, and snowmobiles, and buggies, and all that kind of stuff. Like they didn't show, and I know COD is very much like, a lot of people just love their TDM, and that's not for me, but I didn't see any of that.
Thing I'll play is Search. Like, I love Search on COD, but
Yeah.
no, I'd rather, like, I can just still play Siege.
Yeah, like this seemed
which is the game I
very
actually like.
objective based. All the multiplayer that they showed today, whether it was the cinematic or the actual gameplay that I watched on Twitch, was very Battlefield, very like objective based. Okay, go claim this, and like fighting, like you had boats and that boat map. Like, it was very Battlefield. I didn't see any TDM, like, or like just playing that. Like, I watched for like half an hour of them playing it on the Twitch streams and the official stream, and I didn't see any of that. Maybe they did it later, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if any chats like watched it, but it didn't. It just seems very odd. That being all said, they did tease. Actually, I didn't play it all the way to the end. Here, hold on. Wait, I'll show you what they did show, because it is Treyarch. So they did show the. We'll do this open beta, early access, yada yada. Here's at the very end. They did show new zombies.
Oh boy.
Which.
No, thank you. Again, I'll keep my $60.
I kind of like zombies, so I'm not upset about that. But like, that's all they showed of that. Like, I don't know. Like,
nope.
Yeah,
I'll keep my Fall Guys, baby. Let's go.
All right, Fatal. Calm down, Fatal. Calm down.
I will keep my $60. No, thank you.
Yeah, I just obviously
It's like with the last 4 fucking CODs that have come out. Let's see. The last COD that I bought was Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Modern Warfare for free. Thanks to Microsoft, by the way. That was one of the very few things you did greatly.
Huge shout out.
Yeah. And then Infinite Warfare, and then the one that came out with Infinite Warfare, no, I don't fucking remember which one it was, but whichever one came out right around the time as Infinite Warfare, I got that for those 2 for free.
Mm-hmm.
So like, no thank you.
Yeah,
nope.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same thing. Like the everything that they've shown me. I mean, I wasn't a huge just straight up multiplayer either way. I like the BRs and things like that.
Nope.
I just everything
COD
that they've
BR
shown me.
is fucking weird. I'll say it. COD BR is fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm not. I've voiced my thing. I don't know if any of the chats.
Here's the thing. I really think that it's going to have no fucking choice but to either be all or nothing. Either it's going to be great, or it's going to be another COD that everybody passes by. Like,
well, you're gonna have the same 7 people that fucking buy it. Whatever. The COD bros who buy one every year. And
undercard.
Yeah, and there are people like that. That's it. Call out whoever. Like there are people that buy COD every year. There are people that buy every Assassin's Creed every year, even though half of them went to shit after Ezio trilogy. Like, I mean, there is like people that buy games every year, no matter how similar they are. And I've said this before, that I think this one, since the Warzone is transcending the COD game itself, I firmly believe that once again, the people who buy a COD every year are going to buy this. The people who don't won't. Like, I don't see this game bringing people into it that wouldn't have bought it either way, whether or not it was great or not.
Like I said, if Stream wants me to play it, they can fucking buy it. Other
Yeah,
than
if
that,
somebody wants to gift it to me to play, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll play it with you,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah, I'm
that's
not-
$60. That's a
I'll keep
lot
my
of Uber Eats
$60.
chat. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
That's
that's 3 to 4 days of Uber Eats.
like, do you realize how many tacos that is?
Mhm.
Like, or how many? Do you realize like that's $60 that I can spend on gifting subs to people, which is something I'd rather do than fucking buy a COD.
So, more stories. It chats like if you're getting it, I don't think any of us are upset at you about it. You know, there's just I personally, from what they showed today, I was very lackluster. Even when watching it, it was just, you know, almost they were trying to be Battlefield, and it was kind of more of the same, but not really. Like I don't see it. I don't see it.
I hate
being worth a
Battlefield, so
buy.
that's even more of a reason for me not to fucking buy it. Like I hate Battlefield.
It seemed very
Hate it.
Battlefield. It was very objective based, bigger matches, a lot of vehicles, things like that. So that's what I got off of it. Everybody, of course, I throw a lot of opinions out here because it's my fucking web show. But of course, decide your own. If you want to listen to me, hey, cheers.
Of course, we already fucking bought it, bud. You fucking Call of Duty fanboy.
Yeah, exactly. Some people, and exactly that's the thing. Some people already, you know, they are all about it, and that's, you know, there's other, you know, it is.
Bun's a Call of Duty fucking fanboy.
Yeah.
Like
well,
I
that's the thing,
fully
like-
expected Bun and Undercard to fucking pre-order it, and that be that.
And those
I'll
people
sit here and make fun of them.
Are gonna buy
I'll
it
sit
no
here and
matter
make fun of
what.
'em.
Me, you know, it's kind of like the people that buy Madden every year. Every year, 20, 21, 19, 8, doesn't matter. I buy like one Madden every 5 years, and I get bored with it every fucking time. Because I have friends that are like, you should get Madden. I'm like, all right, I'll play. And then I play it for like a day, and then I'm done, you know.
I bought Madden once, like when it first came out, and the same thing with what is the basketball one, 2K, and yeah, I never go the fuck outside and play fucking football or basketball. That's all I got to say about it.
Hey,
Go the fuck outside and get some sunshine.
I'm just saying, NHL Hits back in the day was one of the best sports games ever. Just saying, when you could, you know, you got really like, you know, going and lit yourself on fire. Anyways. Moving right along. But yeah, a link is there in the Discord if you guys want to check out more information on the COD multiplayer reveal. Like I said, it's all there. And of course, if you have any questions as we're moving along, this applies to all chats. This is why it's there, because I know there's multiple chats. I see all you guys. Hi, Englewood. Hi, Argent. Hi, everybody. If you have any things that we want to touch base more on, in my chat has the Discord link, and we'll touch back on it more as we go along at the end of the show. But moving on, this week also the other big announcements came from Nintendo. So Xbox had big announcements the last couple days. A couple other big announcements coming out of Nintendo. Two main large ones. They had actually a lot of different announcements, but two really big ones. One of them being the new Zelda game that is coming out.
Oh, I bet JoJo just fucking went the fucking insane, and I'm all for it.
Dude, no, go ahead.
I got a text about that from one of the guys I work with,
Mhm.
and he's one of the biggest weebs I know.
Mhm.
And this dude was trying to explain to me the gravity of how awesome this would be based on the 100-year previous, you know, thing, and like he sent me 2 paragraphs before I even knew this was a thing. Right?
Before I even sent it to you, probably. Like, he's like, oh, fuck, Kdog's talking about it, too.
Dude, and the moment I saw that from when you sent it to me, I was like, yep, I already got this one covered. Like,
Good to go. Good to go.
Breakdown, man. I was like, what is, like, okay, I have Breath of the Wild, right? Because I bought, of course, like everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the best Switch games there is. You got to have it if you have a Switch.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. Right?
Well, shit.
It's
And now I'm just
Breath of the Wild is an amazing game. If you have a Switch and you don't have Breath of the Wild, you need to get it. It's
Don't tell JoJo, but I've never played a Zelda game.
I mean, I've played back to the old gold cartridge, like on Nintendo. Like I have that shit somewhere in a box, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Of course, we referenced JoJo because she has the Zelda tattoo, which her tattoo / boobs went viral this past week. If you guys didn't know that, go follow JoJo. Yeah, I think her tattoo tweet is around 10,000 likes and like 6,000 shares. Something like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah,
But she
it's-
got
Her new like she redid her Zelda chest tattoo and it looks fucking amazing. Anyways,
so many different fucking people are.
it's amazing. Anyways, but the announcement this week: Hyrule Warriors This is based 100 years in the past. So if you played Breath of the Wild, this is based in the Age of Calamity. So there's a whole 6-minute press release for it. I'm queuing up right now about a minute and a half of the gameplay. I have it already kind of queued up. I don't want all the developer stuff, but this is more the gameplay reveal. So if you have played like Dynasty Warriors and things like that, obviously the Hyrule Warriors kind of plays the same thing. So you have big battles, action RPG. Looks like a lot of fucking fun, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's Zelda universe, like Dynasty Warrior, but with Zelda characters. Like big battles, a lot of fight. You could also play as, if you guys have played Breath of the Wild, the playable characters are not only, you have Zelda as a playable character in it, you have also all the other 4 Guardians. So this is during that war and the calamity that they talk about all the time during Breath of the Wild, because that's set in whatever present. So this is in the past. So this is a game that takes place during that war, and it just looks really fucking cool. Like big battles.
If you love, it's one of those things. Like, I understand that, you know, it's been around for a very long time, and if that's, you know, it's like nostalgia. So I get it. Like, I don't have anything against Zelda. Maybe one day I'll decide to fucking play it, but
you'll fully enjoy it. I promise you.
I'm sure I would.
Dude, Zelda Breath of the Wild, one of the best games. Whether it doesn't matter what console, it is an amazing fucking game. Definitely worth. Like, that is worth getting a console almost, you know, itself. And you already have a Switch, so get it.
Maybe one day I'll.
Like, wow, I can't believe I just spent money on this. After I beat it, I was like, that was one of the best games I've ever played on any platform,
hands down.
Including PC.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know, that is a defining game for that platform. Like, one of those that's like, this is worth getting the Switch for just by itself. Like, it is, you know, it's a lot of money, don't get me wrong. Like, so, you know, I'm half joking, but that is, you know, Breath of the Wild is a generational game. It is one of those that is that good of a fucking game. And this being the prequel and just a slightly different style. This obviously isn't your normal style Zelda. It is a Dynasty Warriors. If you guys have ever played Dynasty Warriors style games, you know, big battles, action, you know, RPG, hack and slash RPG, I think is a more appropriate term, hack and slash. But it's like, you get the prequel and you get to play during the war and just go balls to the wall playing as Zelda or any of the other characters. Like, that's pretty fucking cool. I don't know.
I mean, I can get behind it. I can get behind it.
Yeah, you know, it takes place when everything went to shit. You know, it's the prequel. It's like you get to play out, and because, you know, Breath of the Wild.
I don't know the storyline at all.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I literally, all I know is that Zelda is actually a boy. I think.
No,
do I have that right?
Zelda is the princess. Link is the character that you play.
Whatever. See, I don't know shit.
So that's right. But you play Breath of the Wild, and then you go back and you play like this afterwards, because this is more like, you know, it's 2 different styles of games. But
don't anybody ever fucking tell JoJo I said that, or I'll ban you.
Nobody will ever know. I'm gonna text her right now and be like, "Hey, come into the web show."
No.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now.
Why do you hate me?
But yeah, if you guys haven't, of course, like I said, Dynasty Warriors type of thing looks really fucking cool. Getting to play as all the different characters, but I don't know. I think it's interesting also that it's on the Switch, because obviously that's Nintendo and this is their brand. But I think this would also be a little bit better if this was something that they produced onto other consoles, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day I'll, you know, go down that rabbit hole, but I feel like it's a bad life decision.
No, you need to get Breath of the Wild. You need to get Breath of the Wild and at least play it once.
I feel like it's gonna have to be one of those games, since I don't have the Switch that I can stream with. Yeah. So it'd be like one of those games where you
lay in bed and you play it, and that's fine. You know, you don't need to play it on stream. It's one of those.
It should be and I feel like it should be one of those games too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just one of those, you enjoy the game and you embrace the game, and it is worth it. The other big news from Nintendo this week, and I think this was Friday, was Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. And if you guys haven't seen this, this is everything I want in life and more. They announced this during the 35th anniversary thing, so this is a couple days before. It's an IRL Mario Kart, augmented reality.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you saw this, and I couldn't wait for you to bring this one up. Linus Tech Tips did a video a while ago about like the streaming thing, the IRL stream thing with that, and it was a really well done video, and it was probably, I don't know, man, I really thought that was gonna be, if anything was gonna be the next big thing, I thought that for sure, because like it was like a VR type thing that they hooked up with a camera to a RC car, and I thought, man, that's really gonna be badass. And then when you sent me that, because I didn't hear anything about this until
this is that, like I randomly saw this, like this is not nearly as much on all the news, like, and I'm like, this was I randomly saw this on my phone when I was procuring, like not many websites had this on my normally news websites.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, guys, it's literally a RC car with a camera on it that is every bit.
Why in the fuck didn't they have this shit when we were kids?
I know, no,
The
that's to say, like,
fuck?
that's to say. So once again, like if you're listening on other chats, obviously we're watching the videos on my stream. This is an augmented reality Mario Kart adventure. So
why do the kids these days get all the fucking
like,
good?
this is so fucking
and they
awesome.
don't even fucking appreciate it.
Dude, this
They
is
don't
so
even fucking
awesome.
appreciate it.
You have an actual Switch controlled Mario RC kart. Launches next
They're not
month.
even, kids these days aren't even gonna fucking appreciate this shit.
Dude,
Like,
wait until your kids are asking for this shit, because this is literally what it is.
Yeah, it is.
This is a RC car with a little camera right there, chat, and it is, and you control it through your Switch. Or your Switch.
Yeah.
these
So
kids
you
aren't even gonna
Yeah, so this comes out the 16th. Yeah, it has a little camera on it, a little information for everybody out there. It has a little camera. You put up like little gates in your living room or whatever. And the 16th of October.
Yeah.
Augmented reality, so you put up little gates
All
around
right,
your room.
So who's buying this for the next con?
Dude, I will split some costs, like, because it's
Yeah,
$100.
I'll fucking do it.
I would say it's $100 for each one. You have a Mario and a Luigi, and each one is $100 because it comes with the whole kit. I haven't seen that there's like a just car thing. It comes with the whole kit as is. But October 16th, so you have the 4 gates, and you put those down, and then it will create, and you can adjust a track based off of your living room that people have to go in, and it applies in augmented reality. You get like purple shells, you get to throw things. If you go off track, your cart slows. Like, it's all augmented reality in your actual living room. Like,
okay, like I said, who's buying this for the, like, who wants to split costs for the next con?
Yeah, when we actually have one, big bet. Big bet.
I'll bring the tequila. Like,
imagine hooking that to like a VR, like a really
yeah, like actually like having it, instead of the Switch handheld, like doing that.
Yeah, you know what's gonna be the worst thing, or like the best thing is that it's not like they're gonna be sold out. Like the fucking children are gonna get their hands on this, because all the adults that are our age are gonna be like,
fuck yeah. This is $100. This is $99 for me.
Yeah,
I'm augmented reality. Like, you thought augmented reality
for work? What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you thought that we were excited when Pokemon Go came out and we could have a Pidgey sitting on our desk. This is just next fucking level. Like, this is fucking done.
This shit around the office. Like,
fuck yeah. Like, I'm putting those carts up. Like, I'm gonna be sitting there in a side station at work going, fuck yeah, like, like, fuck yeah.
I want one. Like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, this will be. I'm down. I'm fucking down. And can you imagine, like, that, like, instead of going to the bar, all of us are gonna be shit-faced drunk at the fucking B&Bs playing this.
Mario Kart.
if we could get like
me, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, hey, get with the bar that we're at like the PAX thing,
and we can IRL stream it.
Yeah, like have them put it up on like the TV or something like that. Be like, here's the Switch or whatever. Be like, let's do this, and then fucking racing the cars around the fucking bar and all that. Like,
yes, dude.
Yeah.
This is gonna make Con so much better,
dude. I will do that in a fucking heartbeat. Yeah, because you could put that up, and in augment realities, it adjusts, and you can adjust the map that you have or the racetrack. Like I said, if your actual physical IRL race car, if you go off track, it'll slow you down. If you throw that, you know, augmented reality blue shell, it slows your car down IRL. Like it's insane. It's insane.
I can just imagine yelling at Bun to stop throwing the fucking banana at me.
Yeah, I know that's it. Like, I like actually being able to watch it, and then no, the thing is, I could actually imagine Charlie like playing, and then her car get hit with a blue shell, and she runs over and picks it up and like starts pushing it towards the fucking finish line herself. That is so what would happen. Don't even fucking deny it. She would manually pick that shit up and start throwing it. She would just like throw it through the finish line. Charlie, did you see my chat? Do you have my chat up?
I'm ignoring her.
I told you I would.
I'm ignoring her.
And I can't wait. That's gonna be so fucking cool.
It looks so awesome, and I don't get why this isn't getting more of a press release. Like, this was a random announcement from their 35th anniversary thing that in all my normal news article websites that I pull out every week, this was not there. And I'm really surprised. Like, this is huge. Like, this is so fucking awesome. Like, I want this.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like I said, it's gonna be like getting this at a con. Like, each person has their own car, so each person pays $100. You bring your fucking Switch, like, and we just sit around and we fucking drink and we get shit-faced playing fucking Mario Kart. Like, I'm down. I'm all for it.
Yeah, just put a camera up in the corner so people can see the actual like, you know, thing, and just IRL fucking stream the whole thing. Yeah, this is so a con event from now on, hands down. When we actually get to have a con again.
October? Hey guys,
16th.
Birthday present. Hey, perfect birthday present for me, guys. I'm just saying.
New dono goal. No, this it looks so much fun. I am so excited for it. I won't be getting it right away because I have no place to do it or nobody to do it with. But especially by the next con, yeah, 2023, exactly. Yeah, the next con that we're actually able to have.
Okay, Jojo, I know you do, but you scare me.
It's gonna have the biggest e-peen. Just pulls that motherfucker out like, hey guys, look what I got.
Yeah, and imagine like being able to like mod that shit or something too. Like being like you're gonna have
right.
Yeah, you're gonna have people that fucking repaint that shit and everything. Because big bet, if I get one, I'm gonna have that shit like repainted. I'm gonna treat that shit like it's a Warhammer, like one of my tabletop miniatures. It is gonna be repainted. That shit is gonna be blinging, like hands down. That is gonna be.
I'm gonna bedazzle the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bedazzle. Like, I just want to buy all 4 of them. I just want to buy 4 of them and just take it to the fucking con myself and be like, hey, look, all you need is your Switch, guys.
Like Fatal just said, I'm gonna be that guy filing down the plastic on the inside to get faster speed out of it, like it's a fucking boxcar derby. Like, all right, if I decrease the weight,
in the axles. So
how have you? Oh well, I've modded this thing and just fucking like press a button, all of a sudden NOS goes. But that's also another thing. Like, it actually interacts. So if you have a boost, you have so it has a set speed on the car. But if you get that boost, it will go faster. Like, so obviously the set speed isn't a thing, but all that is IRL, like augmented reality. If you hit that boost, all of a sudden your car starts going faster. Like.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna have like people hacking it, I'm sure, just to get constant boost.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that would be me, but
I'd be okay with it. This is gonna be.
I'm not saying that I would do that.
My only question is like, what would be like? What if we did this around like the entire convention?
Oh,
Like at the
if we could actually
convention
get that
center.
going, yeah, no,
Like at the convention center, like what would be like the
See, this
like
is what
perimeter?
this
Like
is
could
what
we
I
do it
miss
around the
about
entire room?
this is what I miss about like fucking Mixer, because I feel like we could have like gotten that Mixer booth, like an area, been like, hey, let's do a fucking Mario Kart home circuit thing in a Mixer area for like just part of an event for a while and close it off, like in the partner meetup area, been like, hey,
Oh yeah.
let's for 3 hours televise you know, a home circuit event and just set up in a camera and set it up and do it like that. We would have been able to do that, you know. But
Yeah,
you know,
that would be fun.
yeah, it definitely would have been something we could have done, and you know. But anyways, we move on. You know, now Trovo
Fine,
can
I'll
do
buy
that.
I'll buy my own fucking booth and
Yeah,
do it.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so that was all the news out of Nintendo. Well, I mean, there was more news out of Nintendo, don't get me wrong. But if you guys want to watch the full video of both of those, both the Hyrule Warriors and the announcement trailer for Mario Kart, I have those links in the Discord for you guys as always. Moving right along. Next topic.
That's 10 out of 10. That's 10 out of 10.
Oh
dude.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hands down. Looking forward to it. Other big topics last couple weeks. D Live will cover it, dude. D Live, yeah. D Live is gonna have a booth at the next con.
Are they
We're gonna
still
do
a
that.
thing?
I have no idea, honestly. I don't even know. I know Trovo's a thing now, and yeah, I don't pay attention. Anyways, little bit of news about Fortnite, but also in that the Apple Epic dilemma. Like I've said before, this is something that we're going to be talking about constantly over the next couple months. It has an effect on our gaming industry. We've talked about the precursors of it before. Yeah, no, exactly. Like that, there's no way around this. This is going to be something that is going to make a huge effect on our industry. So it's something that when we have kind of newer information, we're going to talk about it. At the end of this month, we're going to talk about it again because the hearing is at the 28th. But we're not going to talk about the initial precedents of it. We talked about it on the web show before. But initially, what I want to bring up before we get a little bit more into the Apple Epic debate is Fortnite has just announced their concert series, which we've kind of talked about before. They've had in-game, like their Fortnite kind of party thing, where you go onto the island, there's no fighting at all, you get to use your avatars, everything else, just kind of hang out, Ready Player One type of thing, hang out in the universe and watch the concerts. We've seen that with the different artists and that over time. Now they are launching this concert series, which they have actually built what is essentially, by my reading, a streaming studio in LA for artists to come to and essentially just live stream into Fortnite, which is kind of cool. But I mean, I'm just reading it. Like, I have all the articles up there for you guys. But essentially instead of live streaming to Twitch, these artists are live streaming to Fortnite. And the reason I say it like that is, and we'll touch back on that a little bit with the Apple Epic debate. They're pretty much live streaming into the Fortnite database. They are doing like right now 15-minute concerts, but they're aiming for 40-minute to an hour concerts.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's pointless.
I think it's super interesting when you consider the demographic of Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you start talking about kids that are, I mean, look how big the Travis Scott thing was. It's fucking undeniable.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yep.
You're just literally, you're capping if you say that was huge for.
Oh yeah, it was
Fortnite.
huge, and that's it was huge demographic, and like it was, and that plays into all of this, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But yeah, like you said, continue.
Like if you do something along those lines, dude, like just think about it from an Epic's point of view. Like we all know how fucking cool it could be. But from Epic's point of view, that could make or break you, right? Like that could make or break your whole thing. And that's why the Apple thing and the precedence it's setting with them removing Fortnite from iOS is like, I don't know, man. I think they knew what they were doing. I think Apple knew what they were doing and what they were getting into, for the simple fact that, dude, you know that Apple did not want to fight with Epic. And Epic is an up-and-comer. Apple knows that.
Yeah.
And you start talking about how Epic has their own version of, how do I put it, like a game store,
Mhm.
you know? If you think that Apple's not looking to move into that space, you're nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, and vice versa. Like Epic knows what they're doing. We'll
Yeah.
get into more of that in a second. The main thing I want to focus on here, and then we'll touch back with it, is this concert series. Like you said, the Travis Scott thing and things like that. They're trying to make this as their goal is this to be a stopping point for concerts. So like maybe not always the big events like the Travis Scott thing. But smaller concerts where they're going to hold weekly concerts where almost kind of like your, maybe not neighborhood venue, but you know, you go to the local Hard Rock has weekly shows. This is what Fortnite is trying to do. And they built a studio around that ideal, actually being able to do that.
I get that, but at the same time, the artists would be losing money.
No shot.
Like they have, you know, like let's say 100 shows that they're doing in a 6-month time period, and now they're going to add this one, but it's free. So they're losing money to add this. Like,
Here's where they recoup that though. How many kids do you think are going to run out and download their shit off iTunes and iCloud and
That's what I was
everything
gonna
else?
say. Like that's the other side of that. Like they're doing the concert quote unquote for free, but they're going out for that 40-minute set if they get, like, that's their goal, is a 40-minute to an hour set. That 40-minute live set.
but then you're gonna have kids who literally just went and spent money on music and use their parents' fucking credit card, and then Epic it's a whole fucking rabbit hole, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's
no, that's
rabbit hole.
That's all this Epic Apple thing is. That's why we're gonna keep talking about it, hands down.
There's just no way that these artists aren't going to be fucking paid through that.
Yeah,
especially at the beginning.
Well,
Once they hook them, you know what I'm saying, and it becomes like a big thing. Like, oh man,
be able to do their events through there with a live studio.
Fortnite in and of itself has shown the buying power with their V-Bucks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So the thing that I attribute to
I'd rather go see a live concert, but that's like, I get it during COVID, fine, like that makes total complete sense. But I'd rather go to a live concert than fucking, I don't know.
So the only thing, the thing that I attribute to everything that I read about it, the way that they're presenting it, is almost that somebody is a DJ or an artist is going to their studio and essentially live streaming, for lack of a better term, they're live streaming onto Fortnite. They're live streaming onto their platform. So imagine, like, you know, I'm thinking this outside the box. I'm thinking of Fortnite as a Twitch. This, to me, this is what they're building. They are building a live streaming platform, and that's what they're doing. You know, you think of Adult Swim or, you know, EA, whatever, when you have, you know, say Charlie goes and streams on EA's Twitch stream for an hour. That's kind of, I'm just hypothetical, purely hypothetical. I'm sorry. But that's what I'm seeing this is kind of moving towards. That's what Epic is bringing this artist, Travis Scott, whatever. They're bringing it to live stream on their platform for an hour under their brand. But it's like, hey, this is, you know,
Here's
Fortnite featuring Travis Scott.
Here's a question. So streamers are going to want to stream this. Are they going to get DMCA'd?
Oh yeah, that's a whole dude. I will.
That's probably gonna be a thing.
Yeah. Which that needs a whole rework. We've talked about that before too. Like that needs a rework, and I firmly hope that gets a rework in the next year or two. And we'll touch base on that a little bit at the end.
Not Fortnite, but Epic Games will like see if they can not be DMCA'd.
Dude, if Epic,
like streamer, like working with the stream, like Epic works with the streamer, like streamers on Twitch or whatever, and it says, okay, like during this time period when these concerts are going on, you cannot DMCA these certain, like between this day and this day. If anything before and after you can,
if Epic puts legal precedents in for anti-DMCA the way that it currently is right now, I will have so much more respect for Epic, because right now I you know, whatever. But if they are the one that starts that fight, because somebody needs to, because DMCA right now the way it is does not work for the current It doesn't work for current day and time. It doesn't. We've had that conversation before. The DMCA needs a rework. It just is what it is. Like we can get DMCA for just playing a game because it has a background soundtrack. It just is what it is. It needs a rework. So one of these bigger company needs to start that fight because KDog, Charlie, and Fatal, we do not have enough power to do that. But
I don't know about you, but I have all that power. I'm just waiting for you guys.
Just waiting. All right, I got you. Whenever you're ready, man, I got you. Like, let's go. No, but the reason I bring all this up, the reason we're bringing up the Fortnite concert series is because it does play into, if you guys aren't familiar, with the Apple Epic. I combined that. That was really weird. I'm sorry. Apple Epic Battle. Which, like Fatal said, this is going to be a thing that we're going to keep talking about over the next couple months because this is going to set precedents. This is going to be case precedents. This is going to be law moving forward. It is what it is. This is going to define gaming in some way, shape, or form, however this all pans out. This all being said, they are starting this concert series with Epic. They have now established with the countersuit. So recently with the Apple Epic, I'm going to figure out how to say that eventually. Apple Epic Battle. With the battle, the Epic. Let's just call it Epic because I keep wanting to say that anyways. With the Epic Battle, you have Apple won and took Fortnite off of iOS and that, but they weren't able to take Unreal, which is fine if you aren't up to date with that. But now they're countersuing everything else. Fortnite is going after Apple, saying that it has a monopoly on the whole industry in the game producing and being able to charge for their kind of Apple store. They're going after them, saying it's a monopoly. The way that they are able to go after them, case precedent wise, is they are citing them as having that, and they are saying they're ruining their, for lack of a better word, I'm very, very paraphrasing, guys. If you want the links, they're in the Discord. They're ruining their metaverse. And this is exactly what they're talking about. They want to be able to create and charge in their own area access to these shows, be able to download V-Bucks, be able to view and watch this, and Apple is restricting that. Meanwhile,
it's gonna take over the fucking world. That's been.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, I don't.
Epic Games is literally running the entire fucking world right now. We don't even fucking know it. Like they are the Illuminati.
Dude, I don't see 100%. I do not see Epic necessarily as the good guy. I 100% think that Apple has a monopoly in some way, shape, or form on this. Like there's different levels to it. We've talked about that before. I don't think Epic necessarily is a good guy because, on the counterpoint, and I agree with them, Apple is countersuing, saying that Epic is blatantly doing this even though they know what their contract was, mainly over money and mainly over the publicity stunt. So that's where we're at right now. Do you guys think... No, go ahead.
Like I said, Epic's fucking actually the Illuminati, and they're gonna take over the world.
I mean, I think that
I see it on both sides. Yeah. Like I
think their whole thing that they have set up with Apple and Fortnite and all the stuff that they're doing is just leading to something bigger. Mm-hmm. You know, they're just trying to stake their next claim, and it all does really fall down to shareholders.
Yeah, it's gonna fall down to shareholders, and
at the end of the day, like
these are all like things like we've talked about how Unreal that had an effect. We talked about that like 2 weeks ago. Like all these things, the reason why we keep talking about it, chats, is because these are effects that are going to, or these are instances that are going to affect us in the gaming universe one way or the other. Epic already has a game store on PC. If they rival iOS and put themselves in a certain position that can rival iOS and download that, like that puts them on the Apple handhelds, the phones, that they are able to get in their way, which it is a monopoly on Apple. I get that, but I don't see Epic as a Robin Hood. They're not doing this because they want us as gamers to feel better. You know, they are not doing it to save us money by any stretch of the imagination. They're doing this to set shit up for themselves. Like,
oh yeah,
like don't get that twisted at all.
Market share stock is in mobile gaming at all. Because I think a lot of that is telling, because they know what they were doing by removing Fortnite from the iOS.
Oh yeah, they knew, like 110%. We talked about it. Like they
$1 per transaction. No, they were looking for a reason.
Yeah, they set it up. They had those emails. They had everything set up. We talked about it. Like they had even the court documents showing that this was a preconceived thing. This was a setup for the last couple months. This is something that has been happening and is going to continue to happen. Like,
yeah,
I'm not. I don't know. Like, I'm not rooting for either. That's the thing. I hate Apple. Like, don't get me wrong. And I do agree that it is a monopoly on that type of thing. But I don't know that I want Epic to win either. Like, it's...
Well, I mean, as far as... I mean, let's be real. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. So whoever wins, we're still going to have some kind of issue with it.
Yeah.
There's no good guy in all this. But
the evil you know versus the new evil. Like, you know, which...
Well, I mean, the whole thing with Apple doing what they did and the way they did it, it makes sense from a business point of view, but it's still scummy as fuck, you know?
Yeah. And then on the opposite side, you see Epic, like they're definitely, you know, I saw a lot of articles when I was doing research about this, the most recent talk about this, where they were like, oh, well, Epic is like an up-and-comer compared to Apple. I'm like, no, they're really not. Like, if you think about it, they've already challenged and made a statement against Steam, which is on PC side of it, the biggest game host. And so they already have a marketplace there with developers. Like this is not like David versus the Goliath at all. This is a company trying to make their mark in the mobile game market. And this is all very orchestrated and very calculated.
There's absolutely no shot that Epic didn't see this coming either.
Oh yeah.
If you look back at the way that they had, I don't know if you looked far into this, but I just happened to see this like, I don't know, like a month ago when all this shit was kind of popping off. And they had, the way they worded it in their stuff was saying that it did irreparable damage. And they couldn't prove that it did irreparable damage.
Well, that's the thing. So they did that. So they, with the most recent, I don't think I mentioned it. I meant to. With the most recent hearing, so we have another one at the end of this month. With the most recent hearing for this, they couldn't prove that it did irreparable damage to them to the Fortnite brand itself. That being said, the way that it was worded, they couldn't prove that, and I agree with that. They could. Apple was not able to block the Unreal Engine though, because that would provide damage to the whole mobile gaming ecosphere, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like I said, I'm very paraphrasing right now because I don't have the court docs in front of me.
Right.
We have talked about it before though. Like these emails and things like that go back months. Like this is not something like, if you guys think that Epic just was like, hey, we're gonna try this new gaming thing out and like try and supersede Apple and oh, we're Robin Hood, whatever. No, they were planning this from before the new year. There are emails, there are a lot of things instituted into the court documents. Like this is 100% a thing that Epic is trying to do to get in Apple's face and challenge them 110%.
Yeah, and they're doing it with the precedence of the good guy.
Yeah, they're pretending to be the good guy, but like,
you know, the position. And here's the thing, it is a great PR move. I give them all the credit in the world for that. Apple totally made themselves look like, you know, the shill here.
They made Apple to look like the bad guy, if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah, and it's totally understandable why it was done and everything, but at the same time, that's business practice. You got to understand this is how they're doing it. So when the other shoe does fall and, you know, they come out with their own, they being Epic,
Mm-hmm.
comes out with their own, don't be surprised when they're charging you
The same that Apple
extra
does.
for the transaction and extra for this, and
Mhm.
your V-Bucks aren't $5, they're $5.99. It's definitely going to be along the same
The
route.
reason they charged the V-Bucks the way that they did was to be able to show in court precedents that people would rather and were more willing to pay in the Epic and the personal game store from Epic rather than the iOS store itself, and show a predominant buying from that. That's why they did that. I guarantee you when that shit launches, it's going to be the same fucking price that you were paying before on Apple iStore for $10, not that $7. Like,
Yep.
they're like, I call bullshit on anybody who thinks that Epic is the good guy, quote unquote, and they're doing it for me, Charlie, and Fatal. They're not, or for you guys in chat. They're not doing it for us. They're
Again, I say Illuminati.
yeah. They're doing it to make their platform there because they already have Epic games on PC. They already have that game element. They're trying to get in.
I feel like it's like both of them are like Apple and Epic are different Illuminatis, and they're just like butting heads. Like, and it's just like I don't.
Which
one of them's
worst
gonna
of
take
two
over the
evils.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one of them is gonna take over the world? And I guess we'll just.
What else Epic has like in stock?
Well, that's the thing. Like the way that Epic is releasing this, like Epic is definitely on the attack and knows what they're doing, and Apple is having to respond. I'm really curious what happens early next month after.
They're going to hold so much precedence.
Yeah, that's
over. Listen, they're going to hold so much precedence over Apple if it comes down to a game basis, because I don't know if anybody else realizes this, but the Unreal Engine has been around since the dawn of gaming. Like the Unreal Engine.
And then they added that to the mobile thing in 2013, because we talked about that before. So it's 2013. So majority of gaming, I think they have a 60% share in mobile gaming is based off of their engine.
So when you factor that in to if Apple ever wants to do anything with a game and Epic takes over, if you think that they're not going to take that out of Apple's pocket, you got another thing coming, because they damn sure are. Because there's no way that they get kicked out of Apple's, Apple store, and not retaliate by going, all right, well, all of our games now that run on our mobile engine aren't going to be on your shit.
Yep.
And it's the way it is. It's crazy, but it's the way it is.
I mean, this could also set precedence where, those installed apps, like theoretically, there's a lot of different ways this precedence could go. That's why I'm very intrigued. Theoretically, this could set precedence where, okay, you have the Apple Store that's automatically on Apple phones. If they win, Epic Store could, if they do certain things right and set precedence right, Epic Store could also be automatically downloaded on these iPhones. Like this, like there's so much that could go into this.
It's actually huge.
Yeah,
nobody really realizes.
Yeah, like that's why we're gonna keep talking. Like every couple weeks when new things happen. And Epic definitely seems to be on the assault. Like they, even though they're getting countersued, whatever, like. Epic has definitely had this planned. They are on the offensive. They have had this planned. They know what they're doing. They're on the offensive in this chess match, and they're playing chess. So far, Apple is just playing checkers and defense. Like I don't know how else to put it. It's insane.
Yeah, I really do think that it's, and I hate to say this because I love like the Epic engine and everything. I just really think it's a big fucking misstep if we as the community let Epic go in unchecked. As big and as gross as it is to say for Apple to win this one, I kind of hope they do.
I think I'm in the same boat. Like maybe that's because like we think like, and I don't know. I feel like Epic winning this might be worse. Like I'm right there with you. Like
I don't care either way. Illuminati.
Yeah.
If they win that. Brother,
I feel like Epic winning this is gonna set a lot of bad precedents in the legal system when it comes to gaming. Not that I agree with the way that Apple necessarily does things now. I'm not saying that, but I
think it's both fucked.
Yeah,
no matter,
I think it's like, well, it's the lesser of two evils type of thing. Like it's
I guess Illuminati.
Yeah, it's just one of those. I don't know which way to go. It is what it is. We're gonna
from a
definitely.
standpoint, I kind of hope that Epic doesn't win, just because I don't want a monopoly on the gaming engines that these games run on. I really don't.
Yeah.
At the same time, I totally can understand where, you have Apple cornering the market and maybe making their own, because I mean it's Apple. Don't underestimate them. They got billions,
Yeah.
And I do mean that with a fucking
It's gonna be
B.
a
It ain't like they
half and half.
can't make an engine.
Yeah.
They made a whole ass, giant platform. So
I mean, they're already making. Epic's already making their money. This is a power play. Anybody who says otherwise is just ignorant. Like this is a precedence power play. I think if Epic loses, we've already seen some people shying away to Unity on mobile, which has technically been along a little bit longer. Which, if I were somebody who bought stocks and all these things, like fuck, I'd be buying Unity left and right now, hands down. Like don't take this as stock advice, chat, but theoretically, because depending on how this works out, like Unity. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's aging well, but if
special license to make mobile apps for Apple have to be paid, that's good. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if they make a special license to do business that way, I mean, it's really bad for the game makers, but
there's so many different sides to this, and that's the thing. This is an unprecedented side of the gaming platform, especially on mobile, but it's gonna transcend to everything else, and that's why it's huge, and there's no way to ignore it in the gaming industry, because it will have effects all throughout. There's just no way around it.
Definitely will.
Yeah.
So
it's either going to be really good or, I don't even think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be either bad or worse.
In one way or another, it's like which outcome do we go with? I don't think that anything, as bad as it sounds personally, I don't think that anything is really going to benefit us as the consumer. I think it's just what outcome do we end up with is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes down, because Apple can definitely stronghold this shit out. I think a lot longer than Epic can, but I think Epic can hurt the gaming a lot more if they're given an unchecked monopoly on game stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, we have the next hearing is on the 28th is the hearing. All filings have to be in by the 18th, so after the 28th. So beginning next month, whenever the Wednesday is after the 28th, I'm sure we'll be talking about what all goes down with that. And we'll see. I don't know. You, all of us, me, Charlie, Fatal, we can't predict what's going to happen. It's just...
I can.
All right, well, Fatal can, but the rest of us, Charlie is just siding over here, just going, I don't want to cross any Illuminati whatsoever. I don't fucking, I don't want anybody mad at me.
I still think that Apple and Epic are both Illuminati teams, and now it's Clash of the fucking Titans, and we'll just see what fucking happens. And I see it from both sides. I don't want either one of them to win. Lesser of two evils, but again, Illuminati, and I'm just here.
Yep. No,
I also
get
don't
that.
Actually care because Fortnite and whatever.
Well, I mean, Epic has so much more than it's not just Fortnite, but they're using, because Fortnite is such a big platform. That's why we mentioned the concert series. Epic is able to use Fortnite as a way to counter this legal dispute for building a metaverse and being able to make their own universe and being able to provide an experience besides games into their universe that Apple is restricting. Like, that's what they're trying to prove here. So it's like that's what it comes down to, is like they're trying to prove that Apple is restricting, you know, their ability to create these universe type things and being able to buy into it. And it's just legal precedents, yada yada. I don't miss all of that at any
Clash of
stretch.
the Titans.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, legal talk, yada yada.
In a few years.
Once
That's
upon a time in
basically
my
what it's
younger
gonna be.
years, when I thought about going to law school, I don't miss it. Yada. We're just moving on. Either way, it's very interesting. We'll see how it pans out 3 weeks from now. So yeah.
I guess we'll see which Titan.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
gonna-
Which Titan wins? It won't be
I
finished
think
on
either
the
way,
28th.
it's gonna have shitty consequences, no matter which way it goes. Like, it's gonna have shitty consequences if Epic wins. It's gonna have shitty consequences if Apple wins.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah,
I see both sides of it, and it's Clash of the Titans, and we'll see what happens in 3 weeks.
Us little people, this is not. This is going to affect us as gamers in a lot of ways, and I don't think either of them are going to be beneficial. No matter what way.
Exactly.
This is definitely going to affect us, and I don't know just which one is going to affect us worse. We'll see.
Yep.
But moving right along, we'll talk about that a lot. Obviously, after the 28th, we'll see what happens. But last topic of the evening. It was announced this week. If you did not see, Twitch Sings is ending.
We have no more after January 1st, right?
Yep. After the new year. So no more Charlie singing on camera.
I've never fucking done that shit. You got your damn mind.
Fucking DMCA shit.
The only reason I told my chat, the only way I do it is if we got a $500 donation. Or what is it, like 50,000 bits or whatever it is, or if we hit like 2,000 subs, sure, but they don't like me enough, so
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Milk it, that's what it is. It's not the fact that, you know, you're just gonna be over here singing to yourself and not letting us hear that voice. I see how it is.
No, I don't fucking do. I sing on the stream all the time. What do you mean? I break people's eardrums all the time.
I know, exactly. That's why I'm not paying 500,000 bits for it.
Damn.
I deal with that shit on a nightly basis. I get that shit for free.
Yeah, because like this song that's playing right now, I'm just like, I want to jam to it.
No, but if you guys have not heard, January 1st, 2021, Twitch Sings will officially be ending. Largely, it's not officially announced, but really we can all assume that it relates to all of the DMCA issues that, you know, really has been affecting Twitch. And
wait, were people really getting DMCA from Twitch Sings?
No, Twitch Sings not itself. So Twitch Sings had its own licensing agreement and things like that, but a lot of those are running up this year. So that was a lot of the issues. So that because a lot of those licenses are running up, the way that they were linked with the same that did like Rock Band and things like that, same company, those are all running up. And I think a lot of personally, I think a lot of music companies are thinking that they're losing money, and I personally think DMCA needs to be reworked, like I said earlier. But they are not renewing this contract. Like I said, this is purely hypothetical. But I don't think that they are letting Twitch renew this contract or renew the contracts that they have for these moving forward. Like I said, purely hypothetical on my part, but Twitch said officially that they are investing in broader tools and services that will help support and grow the entire music community on Twitch. So we'll see what that means. I don't know that like exactly what that means. I don't know that anybody really knows what that means, but that's what they said officially on their statement about it. Either way, Twitch Sings is a lot of fun for a lot of people. It supersedes the DMCA because everybody gets to sing and hang out and listen to me sing terribly.
I mean, it's a cool
It's a cool idea,
but
I think I really think that obviously the DMCA plays into this with licenses running up, and at the end of this year, as these licenses start to end, they're just not getting renewed. Whether that's on Twitch's end or whether it's on these companies' end, I don't know. But maybe Twitch wasn't getting enough licenses renewed, and they decided, hey, only 30% of these companies said that they would renew the license, so maybe we're just going to end it altogether. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wonder if they're actually going to, I mean, tinfoil hat, right? But I wonder if they're actually going to start trying to charge kind of like Apple does, per song basis type shit. You know, like you own the rights for X amount of time for this song, you know?
Yeah.
And I think this whole DMCA shit is just a kind of a scare tactic, honestly.
Well, I mean, there is, there could be backing to that, because you think in the ways of TikTok, where TikTok actually pays royalties for like those songs and all that are on TikTok. So theoretically, I could not argue with that maybe move forward that music thing that they're trying to grow. There's nothing in this official 100%. But maybe like moving forward with the Twitch Sings thing, maybe those certain songs you want to sing them. This is a paid thing that either Twitch provides or you sign up for a service that they provide that allows those licenses for those songs. I don't know, like, but I could see that. I hadn't thought about that till just now, but I could see maybe that being a thing.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I can see that being a thing where you pay for it, because then that kind of like, if you think about it, for back in the day when CDs, like this whole precedence actually started with like CDs being cloned in LimeWire and all that shit.
Oh God, LimeWire.
Oh yeah.
How many computers have you destroyed using LimeWire? I had like 4.
Bear share,
5.
man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
I learned how to write certain programs based off viruses that I studied that I used to get on my computer. And all of that, because I mean, Young Fatal was a bit, well, let's say
White hat?
Yeah, not quite white. Little on the
Gray?
and little on the gray side, and it was just, man, that whole thing. I thank God for that, because I don't think I'd be this far into computers if I didn't. And granted, I've lost a lot of that knowledge now because it's so long.
Dude. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, man, if teenage Kdog, like, I wish that I could like adjust teenage Kdog to modern day Kdog with everything that I do, because man, teenage Kdog knew a lot of fucking coding. Like, I forgot so
MySpace,
much shit. Like,
y'all remember all the coding we had to learn for MySpace? Like, Jesus God.
That's not even nothing. Like, I actually had classes in coding in middle school. Like, I went to, like...
we didn't have that where I lived.
No, I went to a tech magnet fucking school. Like, I took classes in that shit, and I forgot it all.
HTML was new, and that was, like, the thing, and then C++, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I hated those classes. But
I just never took the test. I was almost like, I took a course that was devoted to like me passing the C++ test at 11 years old. And I don't remember fucking any of it at all in any stretch of the imagination. But no, like there's a lot of different ways this go. Like there's a lot of, not nearly as much as the APIC argument that we just had, but the Twitch Sings things, I personally, I agree with, my chat side of things. I think that Twitch Sings is done. I don't see it coming back in any stretch of the imagination how it currently is. But
yeah, no, it's definitely not, and it's kind of sad because I never even got a chance to really use it.
Yeah, it really.
People that are streaming and have been streaming on this platform for a long time, some of them built their entire fucking stream around it.
Yeah, and also, so like in response to that, all clips after the first, all clips and VODs that are Twitch Sings clips are going to be taken down. So this is obviously.
Supposedly. Supposedly.
Yeah, but I mean,
they say that, but at the same time, like they were also like a while back, Twitch said that they were going to be taking down clips for one reason or another. I can't remember exactly what it was, and then people like it never actually happened. Like they're saying it's going to happen, but we'll see if it actually does.
Yeah, no, we'll see. You know, but that's what they say. But that even being said, like this is something that obviously is being approached to them. The way that I read that is I read that as it's a legal thing. Like they are having to take down everything associated with, you know, Twitch things and all of those DMCA style licensing. That's how I read it. Whether or not it happens right away, like you said, and there's all this, you know, that.
ASCAP license is $299 a year. If only 369,000 people visit your channel a year. Wow, really? So, Game's been kind of talking. Game online ambassadors been kind of talking like in chat here. And
I've been trying to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, like just I don't know, man. The pure just greed really gets to me about this kind of thing, because like if I'm an artist and I put out a song, right? Obviously I don't have my own label. You know, these people got to get paid. There's a whole like hierarchy for things. I get the business aspect of this. However, if I'm an artist and I put out a piece of music and 10 years later some asshole that I've never fucking, you know, been with is still getting paid off me, you know, like why not just say, okay, here's my music, I put it out there for X amount of dollars. Why does it have to go through all this other bullshit? Like as much as I understand the business aspect of it, don't think I'm ignorant to it, I'm not. The whole fact that somebody who's a streamer played your song 10 years ago and has a clip of it on their channel, now all of a sudden you may be able to, you know, have action taken against your account. That's so dog shit.
I mean,
in October they went back I can't remember who it was. They went back years. Like
I saw the tweet. 4 years.
Yep, it's 4 years. So and I agree, it's bullshit. And the thing is though, it's not the artist, it's the music labels, and they are, and it's those, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's those money hungry music labels that are like, oh, you're playing our music. Like I don't see. Yeah, give me whatever artist, Eminem, Rihanna, fucking Real Big Fish. That was totally different genres there. But I don't see them coming after us as streamers and things like that. You know, they're not the ones that, one, own the rights realistically, but two, they're not the ones upset. It is the companies that are already upset, in my opinion, that they're losing money out to streaming because people aren't buying records, people aren't listening to radio and things like that anymore. And so they're trying to find money in some other ways and make sure that people aren't listening to their music in other ways. And they're, you know, it's the music labels, not these producer companies, that are the issue, not the actual artists themselves.
Yeah.
You know, if I put out music right now and somebody was using it, yeah, that'd be different. But these are, you know, Eminem puts out music and I'm playing it on the stream. Eminem isn't coming after me. It's whatever producer that is the one that, you know, made, you know, his music. They're the ones coming after him because they want the money. Eminem already has his money. He probably doesn't care. He doesn't give a rat's ass.
Oh, the artist, 9 times out of 10, I can't remember who it was, but some rapper fucking person that I don't actually know. I don't fucking know. He came out and said something like, I don't actually give a shit if Twitch streamers or whatever use my music.
Yeah,
it's not me.
Most of them
company.
don't, because also, like, and this is why I firmly believe that DMCA needs a rework, and I want one of these companies, like whether it's Twitch, one of these broader things, to help rework it, because DMCA, how it worked in 2009, 2010, when it was established in law and precedent.
It was T-Pain. You're right. It was T-Pain.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah,
he
he
even
doesn't-
said
yeah.
like, I don't give a shit. He
Yeah.
was like, I play my own music. If I remember correctly, wasn't it T-Pain that also got DMCA'd on his own
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
music?
No, he can. That's the thing. And that's what's bullshit. So, and that's why I want one of these bigger companies to actually argue DMCA, how it existed in 2009, 2010, when this really became legal precedence, needs a
Nothing
total
compared-
rework compared to nowadays. Like, it did not exist how it does now. And that's why it needs a rework sooner rather than later. We've talked about it. I 100% feel that, because like right now, like I could stream Tony Hawk right now and I muted the music. But honestly, I'm going to just actually unmute the music and just delete my VOD and turn off clips because I want to listen to the music and just fucking don't care. But theoretically, you know, everything in Tony Hawk or those skater games, things like all that music, that's not DMCA friendly. All of that, like,
I almost during I can't remember if it was Last of Us 1 or Last of Us 2, but I think it was the first one. And I can't remember what fucking song it was, but my stream was muted. And I was just like, it's in the fucking...
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if it's in the game. So the companies have to pay for an extra licensing fee for it to be actually rebroadcasting, and most gaming companies aren't. Like, and I get that, because from a legal standpoint, if you're paying for one song, you're already paying thousands of dollars for a song. Paying double that for it to be rebroadcast is rough. You know, the bigger companies, you know, they don't. You know, they should just be doing it automatically. Honestly, they have the money. But I mean, on smaller companies, like that's hard. You're paying for a licensing on a song, having to pay for it as is, and then paying almost double that to actually, theoretically by law, allow somebody to stream it. That's rough. The law just needs a rework.
So fucking asinine.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know a lot of us do because we're on this platform. But even if I'm like, not even in this world. Let's say I'm a stockbroker guy, knows nothing of Twitch, just whatever. Like, no sane person looks at this and goes, you know what? I think somebody who worked their ass off for 10 years, 5 years, whatever, 1 year, to get where they're at on a streaming platform should have their channel taken away because you played 30 seconds of a song that was popular in the 80s. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't even make sense.
And that's why it comes down to the money-hungry label companies who aren't getting enough money because the streaming and just music listening in general is changing. They're not getting enough money because people aren't listening to the radio. They're not buying soundtracks, so they're trying to...
CDs.
Yeah. They're trying to punish, you
that's
know...
another Apple Music.
Are CDs even still a thing? Like,
I haven't bought a CD and I don't even know how long. Yeah, exactly. I don't...
Like,
the only people who buy music are hipsters who buy records. Like, that's the only people who buy physical, actual copies of anything.
True.
And don't get me wrong, vinyl is great. Like, but
vinyl is the only way to listen to music.
Like,
but
oh my god, like vinyl. If you don't listen to vinyl, like, do you even listen to music?
I don't know. Do you?
Dude, you just don't understand.
Do you?
Like, oh my god.
You gotta put yourself in the moment, bruh. Be part of it, bruh.
Oh dear God. Okay.
And that is the clip that is going to be this week's fucking...
Oh dear God.
That is going to be the clip that represents this week's episode. Anyways, no, but from the kind of trying to get back, like, not that we're off topic, but on the Twitch Sings side of thing, they did say that, and I find this kind of curious, they had 400 songs in backlog that were gonna be added to Twitch Sings. Those are supposedly now going to be all available through the end of the year. So I see that as Twitch going, hey, we're running out of our license, everything else. Here's just fucking do it up to your heart's content. You want to sing Mayday Parade or whatever? Like, here you go. Here's an extra 400 songs. Like, live your best life and make some clips of it on your own PC. Like, that's how I see it. So... I don't know. It sucks. I think I liked Twitch Sings. I thought that it was a great platform.
The idea is cool.
Yeah,
the idea is cool, but not for me. But I appreciate the idea of it.
I like how made it that got the comment. No, I appreciate it. Like, I love the content. I never did it mainly because I'm way too self-conscious because I used to sing and perform a lot, and I don't feel that my voice is up to par how it used to be. So I am very self-conscious. But I always wanted to, like, I always thought, like, hey, if I spend like a little bit of time getting my voice back to where it was, I'll actually do some Twitch sings. And now I'm like, well, guess that's not happening.
Shit, but it sucks that I can't join into that whole Twitch sings thing as an avenue.
Yeah, like just
kind of cliche.
Yeah, no, just like duets, just like fun with other people. Like, it was a great avenue outlet for music artists and everything else, and that's why I really hope, like Twitch said, that they're gonna look down other avenues for it. I really optimistically.
I feel bad for the people who
there's a lot of people,
their entire communities
and that are great
Twitch.
singers and everything else. Like, and I really hope that Twitch takes care of them. I really hope that in some way they find. I really hope they find some way to make, make a substitute, make it work.
Really reaching for that.
I try to be optimistic. I really do, because I am very pessimistic in a lot of things. So there's some things that I try to be overly optimistic on. This is one of those that I really hope, because there's a lot of communities that are based around like Twitch sings and a lot of artists and everything else. Like, they have great voices. So I hope that they want to help support. They said that they want to help support and grow the music community on Twitch. I really hope that they mean that. I really hope that they mean that. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like Game said here, Warner Brothers and the whole bullshit that's going on. I just don't see Twitch doing what's quote unquote right.
Yeah, I don't know that I do either. Like I said, hopelessly hopelessly optimistic. Like, logically, I don't see it really working out. I'm hopeful. I would love to be proven wrong. I really would. I would love for Twitch to be like, hey, this is a new thing. We have licensing, like Online said, there's a lot of different ways that certain actions can be taken. Do I see Twitch doing that? Logically, no. Do I hope that I'm wrong? 100% yes. Honestly, I really do. There's a lot of communities that I know. I want them to succeed. I know that Twitch Sings is a lot of fun. I know a lot of people enjoy it. I really hope that there is some type of substitute moving forward. I agree. Yeah.
It'll suck for the people that build their entire communities and entire streams. Like, this is all they do is Twitch Sings, and I mean, they could always do set up just listen to music and sing karaoke to it without the whole Twitch Sings thing. But then they can get DMCA'd a lot easier that way. And if T-Pain can get fucking DMCA'd on his own fucking music, I mean,
yeah,
it's not.
I'm gonna be that guy with the fucking tinfoil hat here. You know damn well that whole thing was a power play. Like, oh, T-Pain got fucking.
And I hope so. I hope so, because that is the type of precedence we need to rework DMCA. I hope that was intentional. I hope that is a stepping stone to reworking DMCA, because if that's what it takes, if it takes an artist getting DMCA'd on his own music, whether intentionally or not, because he can't play his own music, and that's what it takes as a legal precedence to really start the ball rolling in the legal system to rework DMCA, I'm okay with it. I will agree. I don't know 100% that I agree with the tinfoil hat that it was preconceived, but I hope it was. I want a rework for DMCA, because in this day and age, the 2008 precedents, I think when I looked at 2008, 2009, when this was the current iteration of it, precedents was introduced, introduced, not introducted, that's not a word, introduced into the system, it does not apply to how the internet and everything works today. It is loosely applied to how streaming applies today, and the legal precedents needs a rework, and the sooner we do it, the better.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Game just said it did it. They messaged him in his chat while he was live.
Yeah. Yeah. We need a rework of DMCA sooner than better. But the thing that sucks is the legal system, 10 years in the legal system is not a lot, but 10
How many people are
years
gonna actually lose their Twitch account over it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, 10 years online for us, for fucking 5 years in the online industry at this point is a millennium.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like it has changed so much. That's why like the legal system, we need to catch up the legal system to what the online current status is.
Yep.
Either way. Yeah, long story, very short. Wait, all right. I've been rambling. I think we all have, but that's okay. Web show, this, that, yada, yada. I don't see anything in the live Q&A, so fail to all the chats for not putting anything there, because I can only read so many chats at once. If you have any questions or anything that we have talked about, speak now or forever hold your peace, because I don't see any in Discord. Otherwise, we're going to do our closing ceremonies as always. Of course, yours truly, the host, KdogAfterDark, KdogAfterDark Gaming on everything. When you guys look this up.
Hold on. Don says he has a question.
That's fine. We're just gonna move around. Like, we can touch on more stuff. We're starting closing ceremonies. That's fine. I'm just saying we can still touch on things. I just say we're gonna start kind of moving that way. So, of course, as of right now, you can find me everywhere at 11 p.m. On Twitch, KdogAfterDark everywhere. Although I'm changing my schedule, so that might be different in the future. Charlie, where can everybody find you for the podcast people? Because this is going live on the podcast next week, by the way. All the audios. So
twitch.tv/iCharlieTV, and same on Twitter and Instagram. And that's it.
Fatal, where can everybody find you?
Hey, it is twitch.tv/FatalFlawTV. That's where you find me.
There you go.
Twitter is FatalFlaw6, and Instagram is FatalFlaw.50.
There you go. All right,
yeah.
all right. We had one or two questions at the very end here, guys.
We're not paying attention to Don.
Are you going to do a sing during the closing ceremony? No, we're not paying attention to my chat either, because they want me to sing. I'm not doing that. Don said something. Get the fuck.
About a chicken. Just let it go. Let it go.
Okay. I don't see anything in Fatal's chat. There's a lot of online ambassador going on. I don't see any questions there. So, that being said, I'll end all of the anyways, I'll end all this up. Thank you to you both, obviously, for being here. Charlie, always a pleasure. Fatal, good to have you. It was great to enjoy you in between your what was it?
We got a Fall Guys win out
I would
of this,
say
okay?
the Fall Guys, the Fall Guys in the background. So there you go. That's what you needed. You needed our support. That's what it was. So,
Yep.
All right. So everybody who's listening out there, YouTube, podcast, Spotify, everything else, I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys next week. Of course, the episodes go live on Fridays because of Twitch things. So, because I can't post VODs earlier than that because this is technically a VOD. So everybody wave and say bye. Fatal, you better wave. Everybody wave. Bye. Thank you so much, guys. I'll catch you next week. Wednesday nights, 11 o'clock. And next week we
Eastern.
have... Who the fuck do we have? Eastern. Next week is... I'm totally blanking. I'm a terrible host. Who do I have? I'm pulling it up on the wrong thing right now, actually.
Unicorn Gaming.
Do I have
TTV,
Unicorn? Okay. There we go.
and-
See? Yep. There we go. So I have Uni on next week. Bye, everybody. Have a good week. And I will catch you next week.